Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
All right, well, I'm dumb.
Yep.
It's okay, Danny. It's okay. You're not dumb.
He's dumb.
That's my co-host you're talking about, dude. That's my co-host you're
Also,
talking
my
about.
co-host I'm talking about. There's a third here now, dude.
Yeah, no, that
Get
he's your
used
co-host
to
too.
it.
Yeah, dude.
What's your role, Frank?
What do you mean? I mean, I'm. What the fuck?
What's up, everybody? My name's Danny Ferrari.
My name's Parker Ament.
Frank Zagarino.
And we are here with the amazing, the
one.
multi-talented,
The only,
the handsome,
very handsome.
Graham, also known as PhaseOne.
What's up? Woo! What's up, everyone? Yes. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks for coming
dude.
on, bro.
Of course, yeah.
I don't know if you know this. This is our first time meeting you, but Parker and I have been fans of you for a while, bro.
Yeah.
That's coming from metal backgrounds and stuff too. We're super excited to talk about music with you and a lot of good stuff that you got coming up.
I'm not a fan. We're just friends.
I don't fucking know this guy.
Yeah. Do you like metal music?
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
All right, yeah, I doubt
What?
it. You like Disturbed? Is that what metal is? You know, when the people are
Okay,
like,
so
I like metal.
I would say like metal and like post-hardcore emo stuff is like some of my favorite shit ever, but it's also the genre I'm most picky and selective with.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays, in order to do dubstep, you have to have some type of like metal background or emo or screamo or something.
For sure. It's all
Right.
about the breakdown, dude.
But what's cool about what you do is you really incorporate your roots, which I really appreciate.
Sure, yeah.
So we like to do this thing on our podcast. You're a new guest. Parker and I, it's a crazy name, but I don't even know if we like it, but we've been essentially known as the bad boys of EDM. I don't know if you
Okay, all right.
we don't really want to spread it around
I don't
too
really wanna
much,
spread it on.
but people are saying it.
Yeah, so we're pretty, we're bad boys. That's
They're
it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Pretty edgy.
Yeah, So what we do is we like to start our podcast off with gifts. And usually our gifts are of the caliber of dangerous because we're bad boys. Okay, so we got you a gift.
Terrified.
Yes.
Caliber of danger.
Very dangerous gifts.
Now, okay, I want you I know you're from Australia. You're in the United States now. Congratulations.
Cheers.
Right? Okay. Australia, you guys might not have these sort of things, but we do in the United States, so don't worry. It's not going to hurt you.
Pretty much everybody has them.
It's in a rag.
Jesus Christ.
So you just go ahead and open that up.
He's
Just very
nervous.
carefully.
Should
Very
I
carefully.
have it not over myself?
No, you're good.
Just
You're
very
good.
carefully.
Oh, God.
From the
Oh,
United
God.
States of America.
Is it rattlesnake, isn't it?
No. That would be more of like an Australian gift.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
that would be.
Terrified. Oh, it's literally a fucking gun.
But is it?
But is it though?
Oh, here we
Is
go.
it?
It's a knife. Wait, it's a...
Okay, so the way you open it,
Wait, don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Why?
it took me
You
a while to figure it out.
don't want to hurt.
If I hold it that way, will I hurt myself?
No, you won't.
No.
If I pull the trigger?
No. It's at the top. Just yeah. There you go.
Wait, push or pull?
Yeah, push it down.
Push it down?
Like no. Like hold the gun up.
Oh,
like
yeah,
this.
like a lighter.
Yeah. Now pull.
Just show him how to
That's
do
the
it.
thumbnail right
I
there.
shouldn't be pointing at you guys.
That's the thumbnail.
Can we put a gun on YouTube?
I don't know.
No,
we might get cancelled.
Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, please.
Are you nervous?
Yes. I feel like,
okay,
I feel
so
like a
look.
knife's about to go like...
No, it's not a spring loaded, so it's just
Oh. That felt pretty springy.
yeah. So like this shuts it right here. Okay, and if you want to open it, you just do that.
America.
There you go.
Basically, America in a nutshell.
I was worried because I didn't know if you lived in the United States or not, but you don't have to use it. But just in case,
I actually just got my green card approved.
Oh, really? Congrats, bro.
Hey.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
big.
It took that fucking long?
Well, I only applied this year.
Oh, what?
But yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I just been doing like the working visas until then.
Nice.
But now like we probably want to stay here for a hot minute. So
Yeah, I would think so. How long? You've been here for a long time now.
since 2017.
Yeah.
So
Fucking work visa since 2017.
yeah, and like you have to keep renewing them every like 3 years. So it's like
It's so
It's gonna be
fucked.
such a pain in the
What?
ass.
So
it's a pain in the
fucked.
ass and it's expensive.
Yeah, it's
like,
really expensive.
Once you got the green, it's like once you got the green card, man. Like
It looks like it's a mafia. Like you washed it off.
Dude, we wiped the fingerprints off before
You don't
we
have
gave
to
it to
hold
you.
it if you don't want to.
that's why it's in a rag. So, I'm gonna safely put it over here for now.
And you just got married too. Can we say that? Shit. Well, we could.
Yeah,
edit
you
it.
could say, you could say, yeah.
Okay.
Like we like part of the reason we did it was for to do the green card thing. Was
Right.
like I applied, and if we're married, she gets a green card out of it too.
Oh,
nice.
she's not from
cool.
the States either.
No,
She's
both
also
Australia.
Aussie. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Very
yeah,
cool.
so it was kind of like it was logistic. We love each other, obviously.
Yeah.
but like it was also
to
like
cover that.
it also was like a logistical thing because we haven't had like a celebration or anything. We haven't had like a ceremony. Like we're
okay.
not very traditional like that, but like we'll probably have like a celebration back in Australia maybe
Nice.
next year or some shit. I don't know.
Very
so
cool.
like we literally just went to City Hall and got it done. You know.
Yeah, that's
So,
dope.
But yeah,
That's awesome,
Congrats.
man.
sorry, ladies.
Or boys. Don't
Oh, boys,
assume.
yeah.
Don't
Sorry,
assume.
sorry, humans.
Yeah.
And or animals.
This man's locked up.
That's so funny.
So, where did you grow up in Australia?
Sydney.
Sydney. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then, so basically, has your whole life been out there until you were finally sort of popping off in music and came out here, or how did that happen? This whole
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I traveled a lot but it was like at the time it was like for fun.
yeah,
Like because Australia's so isolated from the rest of the world. Like the first thing we do when we like graduate is just travel the world basically, and so that became like my biggest hobby, you know.
right.
And then it wasn't until like I started doing like music properly that like it brought me to America. Came for the first time in 2016, and then I was like, "Fuck, like maybe I could try and like
And that was for a
make
show?
this for like a tour." Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah. It was
cool.
like I did like a little
Is it your first tour?
in America. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did because I started PhaseOne in 2011, 2012 or some shit.
shit.
So I did like plenty of like touring around my region, you know. But
Yeah.
like the first like real international stuff, well, like American tour I did was 2016. Came back from that, it was like 11 shows or something. I came back from that, I was like,
Yeah.
because I had a day job where I was like, fuck, maybe I should quit the job and like just try and.
What was the day job?
I worked in television.
In television.
It's like,
And that's where you met your wife.
That's dope.
That's where I met the missus. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like Australia's only subscription TV cable company, you know.
Oh,
So
shit.
there's like 150 channels or whatever, and we had to like make sure it all ran smoothly. Kind of
And you were
thing.
still doing that when you were on your first U.S. tour. You were
yeah,
still employed there.
yeah. I was like, I've always done music, and like, I guess like at the time it was more of a hobby because like it wasn't seeing any sort of
Right.
financial benefit from it or
Yeah.
whatever, you know. But like by the end of that job, it was like 2 full-time jobs basically. So I had to
See you later.
make the call, be like, yeah, peace. But like, dude, I was fucking like calling in sick just to do gigs and like,
Yeah, oh, shit.
and
That's the best.
That's so
and
sick.
they're not dumb. Like they found out and they had to bring me in for like meetings and give me warnings and shit like that. and so yeah, I made the right call. But,
Yeah, absolutely. You did.
Obviously.
Breaking rails on the weekends and then come back to work.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That must
So
have taken
sick.
a lot of balls though to like just sort of like I always respect that about people that come out here because like I'm from here and Parker's pretty much from here.
Yeah.
But like I'm always especially if you're from another country, bro, and you come all the way out to America.
Yeah.
Like I get it. Like it's crazy,
It's
man.
huge,
I
man.
respect that
Yeah.
a lot. It takes a lot of like, well, I'm just gonna go try. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like hindsight, it's like it was a great journey, but at the time it was
Yeah.
like
Scary.
Yeah, terrifying. Yeah,
Yeah. Risky as fuck.
So what are you guys eating in Australia? Because like, dude, there's so much
Vegemite?
good. No, there's good music coming out of Australia. There's
Oh,
got to
I
be
guess.
something
Oh, yeah.
in the food.
A lot of good
There's something
producers.
going on down there.
It's the water.
It's the water.
The water, yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, there's so many like good acts like out of Australia.
good
Like, you
bands,
know what I'm
bands
saying?
as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
some really
bands,
good bands,
EDM, like,
producers,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. Like, I think there's nothing else to do out there.
Yeah,
except
that's what I was going to say. I feel like there's so much less to do that people just nerd out extra heavy.
Yeah, I had heard that like my old boss at Guitar Center was Australian, and I'd be like, "Oh, I want to go to Australia," and he was like, "Don't." And I was like, "Why?" He's like basically explaining that. And correct me if I'm wrong. You're
Yeah.
from Australia, but like Sydney and like these other big cities, and then everything else out is like really
barren.
like the sticks, and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's gnarly out there.
I mean, you think about it, like Australia's like almost the same size, like land mass as America, almost.
Right.
But like we only have like 25 million people, you know. So where America has like what 350 million plus, you know?
And it's the
like,
same, and it's around the same size.
almost.
Yeah,
a
almost.
little smaller.
Damn.
So did
But, yeah.
did you guys rarely go out of the city, like
What?
or would you
There's
ever
not-
go?
There's
like,
nothing really out there. It's like country towns. There's like cattle farming, like
Yeah.
and just desert.
There's a lot of gold
Damn,
out there,
yeah.
dude.
Really?
right?
It's
Isn't
gold,
there-
yeah.
I would
It's gold.
maybe go for gold for a minute and probably get bored.
Is it as crazy as like people say, like with the animals and like
Yeah.
spiders in the
Well, I was
toilets
just
and
saying, it's
fucking
like
snakes and shit?
when you're in the city, it's like being in LA. Well, not LA because it's way prettier than LA, but it's like it's like being it's concrete. You know, it's like
Right.
there isn't shit, but it's like once you get out into like the bush or like the outback or whatever you want to call it, then, then maybe like the things that you hear about exist,
Right.
but like you're not gonna see shit unless you go try and find it because like you
Okay.
know like
It's kind of like Vegas. Like you're on the strip and it's like all exciting. And you drive out of freaking Vegas and you're like, oh my god, this is the worst place ever.
There's no like kangaroos like in the city.
nah.
No
I mean like
fucking way.
Bro, I
That'd
don't
be
know, like
sick.
stray dogs and stray kangaroos and
Isn't
shit.
it
You know what
dingo
I'm
a stray
saying?
dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
it's a type of dog as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's this one historical moment. I don't know why I said historical, but there was like one time a kangaroo got on the harbor bridge and they had to like close the bridge down. And everyone that thinks that's what it's actually like all the time.
It happened once.
Happened once.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I mean, it's probably the same out here. Like we go out and we go hiking and there's snakes and stuff, but we don't really see them. Sometimes you might see one. You know
I
what I
see
mean?
snakes all the time.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've seen more snakes here than I have in Australia. Like,
I love it. Dude.
Damn, that's crazy.
I love it.
I want to talk about your background as a musician and obviously like being into to a lot more of like the heavier music and then incorporating that into your sound.
Yeah.
So like, what was the first band that really sort of like I always like to think of it as like the band that introduced you into heavy music. Not necessarily the heavy band that you got into, or maybe you
Yeah.
did get into the heavy band, but there was always like a
Catalyst band.
yeah, there's like a bridge, like where like the band is like maybe a little bit heavier, and you're like, oh, I kind of like this, but I'm
Linkin Park.
scared.
Linkin Park.
Is that you? Are you answering for him?
No, I'm just saying that was.
yeah, I mean that.
No.
I mean, he's not wrong. That was definitely one of them.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
that was like
For sure, that makes sense.
Oh,
Like that's a
yeah.
bridge band.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a period. Like I think it was like them and Limp Bizkit were a good example because like
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it was
Fuck
also
yeah.
like the era, you know, that were
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
like just out of high school or some shit, you know, like
some nostalgic
trying to be
ass music.
and like I guess like with like Limp Bizkit, they had like the sort of rapping component and like the rock component, so it was
Yep.
kind of like because I was like super into hip hop as well.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
There you go.
and then I think that was a good bridge. But I got like guitar lessons when I was like a kid, and then like got bored of it because like you're just learning like
Yeah.
Mary Had a Little Lamb and
Right.
all the dumb shit. So I was like, fuck that, I want to be a rapper. And then
Yeah.
and then
Fuck
like
yeah.
and it wasn't until I was like maybe like 13 or 14 where I picked up the guitar again and just started fucking around, and then it was like just from like learning tabs of like Metallica songs or like things like that it kind of like brought me back to the rock world. I grew up like my mum brought me up on like Led Zeppelin and all that sort of stuff. So
Wow.
like I had interest in it because like it was force fed to me.
Right.
But like I didn't really like delve into it and like learn about the more aggressive styles until like I was like 14, 15 kind of thing.
Interesting.
But then from there it was like I had like my best friend from back home. Like we've known each other since literally the day I got brought home. He was doing the same sort of thing, and he introduced me to like this band called Opeth. I don't know if you
Yeah,
like
dude.
progressive like Swedish metal.
Nice.
It's like 12-minute songs. and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
really?
Yeah. And,
Damn.
like really complex, like really amazing writing.
Yeah, they're sick.
And it was like that kind of like got me into like the growls and then it kind of just
That's awesome.
it opened up a door of just like
Heavy metal music.
yeah.
And
That's
then
dope.
and then what brought you from the metal to the bass music?
Yeah.
Well,
Was there a catalyst also to that, like maybe like a bridge that brought you into EDM?
I mean, it's super cliche, but it was kind of like Skrillex.
Yeah, dude, of course.
Us
Nice.
too, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like everyone has pretty much the same story.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't strictly Skrillex, but it was like, because I played in lots of different bands. Some were more like progressive and like musical. Some were more just like fun,
Right.
like breakdowns and shit like that. And it was like at the time I was doing like more of like a breakdowny band, and then I heard like dubstep, and I was like, this is just like a electronic breakdown.
Yep.
Like, you know.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude.
We all felt the same way.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. And because I remember like seeing friends on Facebook posting like these UKF videos for like
Oh, yeah.
months and months and months. I was like, oh, what the fuck is this techno bullshit, whatever.
Right?
And I kept seeing it because everyone was like, getting the hype or whatever. I was like, oh, fuck's sake. So I eventually pressed play on one of them. And I was like, whoa. And it wasn't even like a heavy song. It was, what was it? It was Oxygen. It was, you remember Gemini?
I didn't
Yeah.
know Gemini, no.
Dude, so good. Yeah, he was like, he hasn't done shit in like 10 years, but like, it was like a melodic dubstep song basically. It was like a remix of a Hadouken song called Oxygen, and it was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what it was about that. I was like, what the fuck? And then just went on a rabbit hole, just like.
I went back on a UKF the
dope.
other day randomly and just like scrolled way down to like the first dubs, like pre-Skrillex songs I heard, like
Flux and like
Flux and
there's
like Tech One.
yeah.
And
Tech One was sick,
Bar
dude.
9.
Yeah, Barn, dude. That's some of the most nostalgic music in the world. For
Yeah,
me.
no, it is.
Yeah,
It's so
I remember
funny how
fucking
that's like
Swagga.
coming back now in a way too. You know what I mean?
in
That
like an
sort of-
updated form.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
an updated version of it.
Everything comes in circles, you know.
Yeah.
For
It's like,
sure.
yeah.
As far as like some of the bands that you were into, I mean, when I listen to your music, you know, and I hear the heaviness, like I feel a sense of nostalgia because I don't really listen to as much heavy music anymore, but I still have like a nostalgic place for it. You still listen to a lot of heavy music.
Yeah, I
Same.
mean, let's be real, dude. You're doing God's work right now. Honestly,
You're the
for
only real
scene.
metal, like you're the only real like metal kid that like I would say is like that guy.
Yeah, like
Well,
honestly.
no, Sullivan King
Sullivan
too,
King?
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you get the collabs with full bands, which is pretty interesting. Like, there's not a lot of DJ producers that
Yeah.
like get the entire thing. You know, they get
Well-
maybe the vocalist or like.
Yeah, I mean, like those are like it's just like it's all me really, and it's just like he's just a vocalist. Yeah. But when it comes to like putting the song out or whatever, like
Yeah.
they're happy to like tag the band on Spotify or whatever, so it, like reaches a bigger audience.
So
and
talk
shit.
to me
That's
about
sick.
the Northlane song because
Yeah,
that's
it's just me.
that's
me, yeah.
that's insane, dude. Playing guitar and shit.
Well, obviously Marcus is on the vocals, but like
Yeah,
I
that's
had that
crazy.
song like
Sick.
originally that song was like a remix for someone, Amity Affliction. And they turned it down, so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna scrap your vocals and just find someone else and make it an original.
Wow,
I love when that
what
happens.
a bad decision
Yeah.
on their part.
Blessing in
they
disguise.
lost out.
Blessing-
Yeah, I know,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
You get turned down, and you're like, fuck, and then it turns into an amazing original. You're
Yeah,
like, yes.
because like think about it, like some of these metal bands, like they just don't get EDM.
Of
You know
course.
what I mean? And
Of
like
course.
so, like like I've reached out to like a lot of people, and like they're just like no, like it's all right, cool. Like like there's a lot of like elitist people, like
Especially in
Yes.
metal.
especially like when you talk about like older generations as well. It's like
So not their thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
They just don't get it. I'm like, it's fine. Each to their own, whatever. But yeah.
That's awesome, bro.
No, that's a very interesting thing that they still don't get it to this day. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like a lot of bands are kind of moving more into the electronic scene.
Yeah.
Like Bring Me the Horizon
Yeah.
is doing really great stuff,
Exactly,
I think.
yeah.
But like there's like a level below that where they're big, but like they're not like mainstream big yet.
Yeah.
And they're against it. They're just against the electronic stuff.
There's like I've been kind of paying attention to this like lately. Like there's sort of like a instatement of like older bands, like a lot of like the emo bands are coming back, or like even metal bands, like
Yeah.
But it's more of like a nostalgia sort of like a hit sort of thing. Like, oh, we're just kind of hitting that nostalgia point.
Yep.
Maybe we'll put out a record.
Yeah.
But like there's this weird place right now in music where like a lot of these older bands are sort of coming back, and people are like, oh, and now they're nostalgic. And I was, I forgot what I was doing. I was watching a bunch of like old things about Warped Tour. And then I found this thing about Tim Lambesis from As I Lay Dying.
Yeah.
Did you ever listen to As I Lay Dying at all or no?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, the dude tried to kill his wife.
What?
He was
Yeah,
in a
yeah, yeah.
Christian metal
Yeah.
band, bro.
And he tried to kill his wife.
Yeah, he went on
Holy-
Craigslist for a hitman.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
What
went
a
to j-
stupid
Yeah,
way to
He went
find
to
it.
jail,
I know.
right?
Yeah, he went to jail.
went
He's
yeah.
out now. And
Yeah,
I
he
just
just
saw
got
an
out.
interview of him talking with a guy from Suicide Silence, like talking about it.
Oh, the
And-
drummer, right?
Yeah. Or no, the guitar player from Suicide Silence.
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
I don't know his
What
name,
the
Gorzer or
fuck?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Craigslist
But it's like-
for a hitman?
metal
But-
right there.
Bro, he came out fucking ripped.
Yeah.
He's even more ripped.
Yeah,
than
yeah.
when he went in.
They're one of the Christian metal bands, right?
Yeah.
And now, like, they obviously broke up during that time, but now they're back together, and it's like they're
still doing
touring
it.
and they're making. I mean, a lot of members ended up leaving, but like he's still like huge. You know,
That
what I mean?
doesn't get
It's
you
crazy.
canceled.
And like
Holy shit.
no one's like, don't support that. Like,
Well, he's like worked in his sort of, and I don't want to speak for the guy, but he's like, I've done a lot of work on myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel terrible about what I did. I did my time, blah blah blah. But it's like you tried to kill your wife. You know what I
like
mean?
this is like still the age of like cancel culture. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like why?
But
like,
that's what I'm
detouring.
saying. Is like there's a nostalgic era where people are just like,
Yeah.
I want to see my
It's an-
old favorite bands, and
Yeah.
it's just interesting.
And I don't give a fuck if he's a murderer.
yeah, kinda. You know
That's
what I mean?
crazy. I
That's
don't know.
insane.
Yeah, I
Wait,
mean,
do we know why he wanted to kill his
Yes.
wife?
So apparently he
I
was,
want to know why.
Well, I mean, his reason at the time was that he was on a lot of steroids, and he felt like he has like 3 adopted kids, and financially, like if you're in a metal band, like you're not like killing it. You know what I mean?
It's
he was in
hard.
a big band, but he said that he felt like she was just like pushing him out on tour to make more money. And that he felt like she was like a problem for the kid's life. So then he's like, I got to get rid of her.
oh my god.
Yeah,
he's
and this guy's
he's
like, and the worst part about it is
The
like,
fuck?
as like growing up, like like for me personally, as like growing up, like as like listening to Christian metal, right? Like and liking other metal bands too, but I liked Christian metal. 'Cause
I didn't
was
even
like,
know they were Christian metal.
yeah, hardcore, bro, hardcore Christian, and he was like a leader. Yeah, I know.
It's kind of like funny because he then tried to kill his wife. It's like,
exactly.
No
it's like
sense at all.
contradictory. Like,
It's like, how do you go from that? Like, how do you go so extreme? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh
I don't mean
my
to
God.
bring that up
Maybe
per se,
because-
but
I mean,
I thought
it's
it was
pretty
interesting.
metal.
I think it's
Yeah. Pretty
because
metal.
Christians are extreme.
Yes,
so-
that's true. Very true. I mean, Christians are the ones that need the most help. That's what they say. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
But yeah, it
I
was.
started this whole like God talk, and now we're getting all.
No, we
you
don't
know.
have to get all
No,
Christian.
I'm just joking.
I just wanted to tell you about
Yeah.
As Dying.
No,
I thought
that's
it was
cool.
interesting.
Best Christian metal band though. Under,
Under Oath, yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like
They're
not
the
Christian
be-
anymore.
Not
either.
anymore, but
yeah,
yeah, they're the best. I
Under
love
Oath was
them.
dope.
They're the best.
I think a thing that I really appreciate about your music too is not only are you're bringing like the songwriting and you're bringing like sort of your sort of personality and your likes into your music, and it's very very apparent, right? Which I really appreciate. But your sound design is fucking insane, bro. Like I really, really, really think that you're one of the better sound designers out there right now. So like, what is your process when it comes to like sound designing and implementing that too with like guitar as well? Because that's like not an easy thing to do.
Very difficult.
I have noticed that
a lot of trial and error.
I have noticed that a lot of the like bass, the way you arrange like your basses and your growls and stuff, like it's very complementary to like a metal
Yeah.
chug.
That's kind of like my approach really, because like even like a lot of the basses are layered with the guitars as
Yeah,
well. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
and I guess it was kind of just like trying to mimic like a breakdown or a guitar riff in a sense, I guess. Like,
So are you trying to make like a chug sound, or are you trying to make something that has a little bit of a resemblance of a chug sound? Like I'm saying, like are you trying to make something sound actually like a chug, or are you just like
dubstep
this
chug.
kind
a
of
dubstep
reminds?
chug,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Dubstep chug.
We tried to do that before. I mean, he and I did that. We did like a metal part in one of our songs once, and it was really difficult doing the back and forth from like a breakdown of a guitar.
Yeah.
And like having like sort of basses, like
Yeah.
the mixing of that is
Yeah, yeah,
and-
yeah.
Hard.
and it's really difficult, bro.
Yeah.
The big thing is like for guitars, getting the volume as loud as the dubstep bass, like it's very difficult.
because they get like really awfully distorted.
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't sound good. Like, you know, with basses you can just crank the shit out of it and it sounds, you know, arguably good. With guitars, they just end up sounding like bad distorted. It's like fuck.
So is your process then when you're sitting down to start a song? Are you starting with like guitar, or are you kind of just grabbing things as you're going? Like how does that process sort of start for you?
Yeah, it's never the same. It's
Yeah.
always like sometimes I'll have an idea in my head and I'll just like write a drop, or like sometimes I'll just like I feel like I've got like more intros than like drops. But like for me, it's always been like more about the songwriting process rather than just like intro, build, drop. You know,
Right.
I still have a few of those songs, but like they're like what I consider like the least interesting songs in my opinion. Like for me to make. Like I don't know, I prefer like writing like I guess real songs, like, you know, like pretty much every song I have these days like needs vocals.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks in one aspect, but it's
Harder to get done.
harder to get done.
Yeah.
But you know, I think it makes for a cooler song.
100%.
I feel like all songs in EDM nowadays need vocals.
I'm
Like, at least
trying.
It's
trying.
It's so much work, bro.
I'm just
to find the right
I'm
person
obsessed.
and-
I'm obsessed with I'm just obsessed with the fact of like when I started, I thought that like the best part of making music on my computer was that I didn't have to rely on
Yeah.
anyone else for
Right,
anything.
yeah.
And now I'm like, fuck, I can't sing for shit.
Yeah,
And need to find some vocals.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
difficult.
It's a good
It
time
is.
to be a singer though, or a top liner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of like trending to be a songwriter right now. Like, it's not cool to be a producer. It's cool to be like a songwriter.
It really is, isn't
like,
it?
yeah, it's like trending
Producers
right now.
are still cool, dude.
No,
Like,
they
Charlie,
are.
I mean like a Charlie Puth.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Or
a
like
Charlie Puther.
Quick break from the pod. I just wanted to share with you that we have an exclusive link in our description containing hundreds of the most accurate remakes in the EDM industry. That's right. I said it. Not only that, we have organized folders containing hundreds of Ableton racks and Serum presets ready to be thrown into your project. This might be too big of a secret to share with your friends, so let's keep it between us girls. You're probably thinking that it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars to get these exclusive sounds, but you'll be pleasantly surprised to see how affordable it actually is. Hope you got a big enough hard drive. Check the link in the description called Producer Vault, and let's get you back into the episode.
I have a question. Since so much of your music has like, you know, organic metal rock elements in it, have you ever contemplated like trying to have some live elements on stage with you for
Oh
shows?
yeah.
I've tinkered with the idea, I guess.
Yeah, tinkered with it. It's a
But
bit.
I don't know, like
It's a lot of work.
One's a lot of work. I don't want to have to this is sounds like a really dumb thing to say, but like traveling, I just like to carry on shit. I don't have to check things in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a big deal. That's
no,
a
it's
big
serious.
deal.
That's the reason
It's
a
like,
lot of people.
It
Don't
shouldn't
do
be a deal breaker, but it kind of is. You know,
It
like
is.
I hate like
especially when you're touring as much as you do. You tour all the time.
yeah. But also I don't know, like DJing, you just have to stand there and it's like I don't get nervous about that. But like playing guitar on stage, like I feel like that's way more like
Yeah.
I don't know, like
It's different than pressing buttons.
It's a lot
yeah,
easier to
it's-
fuck up.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. But also that I feel like if I started doing it, people would just compare me with like, you know, other people doing it. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
they'll be like, oh, you're just trying to be so and so. It's like,
I don't think there's anybody else doing that, right? Like
I mean,
a
we
full
Sullivan.
band.
King,
Sullivan does it.
Keizo's brings like a drummer and a guitarist with him now.
Yeah.
Does Keizo play an instrument?
Not on stage.
not on stage, not on stage. Yeah,
No, in general though. Does he? Know
I have no idea.
He just likes a fan of that style.
I think he
music
might play a bit of guitar, maybe. I'm not sure.
too. Yeah.
Mm.
You got great mix downs, dude.
Yes, your
Great
mixing is
mix
insane,
downs.
bro.
We've definitely referenced a bunch of your songs
really?
before. Yeah, while we're
Yeah.
mixing, they're heavy as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
that's something I strive for. Is like trying to just make something sound polished. I guess.
Oh.
I don't know.
Speaking of which, I think one of the specific songs was "Get Lemon," right? You produced on that, correct?
Yeah, those songs are trash. But yeah, continue.
There isn't there's like a guitar part.
Graham's
in
like,
there. Is
why'd
that
you bring up this
yeah,
fucking
that was
song?
me. That was me.
So that to me, when I first heard that, I was and I still am very impressed by it. I get that you maybe are not stoked on it, but I thought
He's definitely not at all. Really? He's like, why are
was
you bringing
like-
up this song,
Because
Danny?
it was like we did these Disciple. That's the record label that I was with. We did like these. It was like everyone was in town from the label for like a show or some shit.
Yeah.
So it was like 30 producers in like a studio, and it's like we have the studio booked for like 20 hours. Whatever we make in that time, we're releasing, whether it sucks or it's good, you know.
Oh man, that's
And so it's
brutal.
like too many chefs in the kitchen just trying to do
course,
shit. So,
yeah.
so we had like a timer. I think it was like 10-minute timer, and every time the timer would go off, we'd just rotate.
10 minutes is brutal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm
that's
just keep
not
doing
enough to get
keep
something
doing that for a few hours. Yeah, no, it wasn't like, you know. Anyway, so it's just a mess of sound, honestly. It's
I
like-
liked it, man.
And the annoying thing is that because those songs, they're all on Spotify and shit. They're all in like everyone's like top 5
Oh,
fucking
because there's
things.
so many artists.
why they
on
did it.
Yeah,
That's why they did it.
Smart.
Yeah, smart. But then it ends up in your top 5. He's like, I don't want that. There. I don't want
Oh, you
that.
can't choose what's in your top
No,
5 on
no,
Spotify?
it's based on the stats only.
It's based on
Oh.
like plays and like listeners. And
Imagine
shit, yeah.
people like those artists that have that one hit song and change their sound, and that one hit song never leaves the top spot.
Yeah. That was those songs, but like over the last year, I've bumped them off.
There
my
you
top
go.
five.
You got to
Let's
work them
go.
off, dude.
Nice.
But like
Yeah.
all the other guys on the label, they're still in there. So I'm like, that's what you get.
So you're not with Disciple anymore?
Well,
This is interesting. This is interesting.
yeah, we're getting
Let's
into
get
the
it. Let's
thick
get
of
it.
it.
Save it for the pod.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, like I was never like exclusive. Like there was never like a contract or anything.
Right.
Like it was always like a gentleman's handshake kind of thing. Like it was like, you know, like I gave them first dibs for music or whatever.
Right.
But I haven't released a song with them since 2021.
Really?
Oh shit.
Yeah, and there's no really real reason for that. It's just because like I was I was starting like this metal project which I just released, and
Which is great, by the way.
and which isn't really disciple appropriate music anyway. So it was like, you know, they
Right.
probably wouldn't want it anyway. And then so I just spent like a year doing that project, and which just came out, and I'm super stoked with it.
Nice.
What is it called? You gotta
gotta-
tell the people.
I mean, like they were released as just as singles, as a series of singles, 4 songs, and then like at the end we just packaged them all up into like one thing because it was with a label called UNFD from Australia, like Unified.
Cool.
Aussie metal label basically, and like,
Dope.
I think I was their first like electronic act they've ever
Fuck yeah.
like
That's
tried
dope.
to put on or something, because you know they saw the vision of like, you know, what I was doing, and this project was more like based around like metal, so like they're basically metal songs with like EDM sprinkled out throughout, rather than like being an EDM song with metal.
Right.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's more of like a metal project.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you feel like you're sort of like, is this just for like a side project sort of thing, or do you feel like your sound is sort of developing more into that and you're having more fun with that currently?
I think just like I can just do both. Like,
Yeah.
Whatever you feel like that day, right?
Yeah. Because like I'm like I did an album in 2019, and it's like kind of half of each really. There's like metal songs, and there's also EDM songs, and there's both in one. And
Right.
You know, I don't know. I just kind of want to write shit for me, you know.
Yeah.
Not for anyone else. Like I don't care if people don't like it or not. But
That's awesome, bro.
That's
I mean,
the
I
way
think
to
that's
do
why
it.
you're
I
It's the
feel
only way to
successful.
do it.
I mean, it's risky though, because like, you know, because some people, you know, like, especially when you're coming up or whatever, like I feel like people care a bit more about consistency or like whatever. But
Yeah.
like I'm at the stage where I don't care about that.
Since we were talking about labels really quick, you told me something on the way in. Are we
Yeah,
allowed
yeah,
to talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be starting my own label.
Let's go.
Nice, dude.
Here it is.
Yes, bro.
Let's get
Yeah.
the tea,
An
baby.
excellent show exclusive.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of started as a joke, honestly. Me and my manager were like hanging out one day, we were just getting drunk.
Drinking out of
It
shoes.
was after a show. Like we were like, you know, drinking out of shoes, yeah, as you do. And because I've been doing like these like annual mixes called the Sounds of Mayhem, and it's just like it's a full mix of just like an hour mix of just unreleased music from me and my friends, and it's like double drop, triple drop. It's like just like a mess of like IDs basically, and like the fans really liked it, but like so I've done 3 of them so far. But like there wasn't really any sort of return for me like at all, and it's so time consuming to make these things.
Yeah.
So like people love them, and we were like, how can we make this like, how can we benefit off this, you know,
Yeah.
in a sort of way? And it's like, well, it's all unreleased music. Why don't we sign the songs, you know, that are in the mix kind of thing?
Yeah, Right. yeah.
So it started this as like a joke idea. Now, like a year later, we're like doing it,
that's sick.
meetings with like lawyers and
Dude,
shit like
yeah.
that. And it's
So
like,
it's gonna be called Sounds of Mayhem Records.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it is.
Sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Let's
and
go.
like originally, like we were trying to think of maybe other names, but like we spent hours and hours trying to think of other names, and like
It's already
nah,
there.
went back to the original. Like,
think
yeah,
it's
fuck it.
perfect. I think
Yeah,
it's
I think it
perfect.
works because like people already know that name.
It's already,
And-
the
and
brand's already kind of started.
Yeah, it's like a brand, and it's basically like an extension of that, really. You know, so
Yeah.
it's all coming together, man.
That's
Nice.
awesome, man.
Sick.
Are you guys looking to sign
Might be
any
some good timing.
any new artists, or is it just your project right now?
So we're launching with a compilation. And
cool.
It's like we're trying to keep it like we're not trying to do like a million songs like some
Right.
labels do. Like it's just 8 songs, 1 song for me, and then 7 other artists.
Nice.
Well,
Okay.
7 other songs. There's a few collabs and stuff, but yeah,
Nice.
8 songs in total. Like short and sweet, nice little package, and then and we're gonna start just by doing like monthly releases kind of thing, and just like
Sick.
because like, you know, this is not meant to be my full-time job. It's like this is meant to be the side thing, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I'm putting all my music out on this label going forward, you know.
Dope.
And we're also going to be signing other people's music. So
That's
I
awesome.
think we've got like four EPs locked in so far.
I
but-
know who to send my metal
know.
hybrid
That's
shit
nice,
to.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great.
It's not strictly like metal dubstep, but like emphasis
Right.
on that, you know.
I think it was kind of interesting just going back to that comment you said about like you were just focusing on releasing music that like you like, you know what I mean? And that's like sort of your main thing. And I find like in the universe of like music per se, and I think that this is what's cool about what you do, is like the more stuff that you put out that's like genuinely 100% you, you know, stuff that you're genuinely interested in. Somehow there's like a law in the universe where like if you're fully true to yourself
Yeah.
about that, like it ends up like working better than like sort of picking a lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah.
So it's cool to see that you're just like, yeah, man, like I'm just gonna, this is what I want to do, and I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna self-release it, and I think that's badass, dude. Like, congrats.
I think a lot of that has to do with just like age as well. Like, like so many like these kids coming up, they're all young and like fresh and like But like for me, man, like I don't know, like I'm 34 now. Like I don't want to like conform to anything. I just want to like do it. Plus, I'm already like I don't want to say established, but like I've
You're established.
You're established.
You're established. Let's get real.
You're on the XLNT Show, buddy. You're established.
Excellent. Party time.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
that doesn't prove established, I don't know what does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seal of approval.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I have a question. At what point? I don't know if it was like just before the maybe we covered this a little bit before, but just before your first U.S. tour, or if it was like a specific song, or at what point did you be like, oh shit, this is starting to? I'm seeing like this become a real thing, or like was there like a song where like it changed everything, or like what was that?
There was like a few little moments.
Okay.
Like overall, it's always just kind of being like this.
Yeah.
There's never been like a huge jump. There's been like a few little like humps and shit like
better
that.
from what I hear. But
Yeah, I think like longevity. Yeah. There was like the first kind of like little jump was I did an EP. It was my first EP on Disciple. It was the song with like Welcome to Mayhem.
Oh, okay.
That was like I guess like the first one that everyone started playing, I guess.
Oh wow.
And it was like on my first, like I just signed with Disciple, and then I got my US visa for that year as well. So it was like, it was good timing. So it was kind of like going to America, releasing that song, like touring.
People were playing it out.
Everyone was playing it out. Like people people still play that song out, and like they don't play the song because like it's like a 7-year-old song now, but like they still edit like the pre-drop vocal, and like I still hear it like almost every time I fucking go to
It's
a
historical
venue,
now.
That's
I guess
historical.
like it's like even if they don't play the drop, which I'm glad they're doing because the drop is outdated, but like as long as I get to hear that vocal line, I'm like yes,
Nice.
so sick.
yeah. So that was kind of like one little jump, and then it's still mostly just been like a. And then the album helped as well. Like I did my full-length album in 2019. That was like a nice little boost as well. But like consistency, man. Like
Do you find yourself like speaking about like how you kind of said like the consistency and like you're saying like that's the better way?
Yeah, that's the better way.
So do you find yourself like a little frustrated at that though sometimes at like the speed at which you're climbing?
yeah, for sure. But like.
No, you're
still here, I guess.
We can relate.
As long as it doesn't do that, It's
Yeah.
like, I'm sure there's been like a few little moments like COVID,
Sure.
That's for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
For
yeah,
everyone.
Yeah.
But just like not like I think that is a true statement. Just like with longevity, essentially with consistency, and even though you're not getting these, you get these little spikes, but not just having like a huge blow up moment. And
Well,
then
yeah,
you're
the
just
quicker
sort
the
of
rise, the
hottest-
quicker the fall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, like, how many times have you seen people come and go? It's
Yeah.
like,
especially
one-hit wonders.
especially the one-hit wonders, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What are some like dream collabs that you would want? Because we've asked a couple guests this question, and
Right.
some of them are very surprising.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like you would have some interesting kind of dream collabs because you collab a lot, like with some pretty unique people.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel it's hard because like most people are just gonna say no. It's
Yeah.
like,
Avril Lavigne.
That's why they're dream collabs.
Well, he doesn't want to. I think he doesn't want to simp on camera for somebody.
I mean, like, Parkway Drive would be cool. I think.
Yeah.
Like the whole Australian thing. Like,
You have to wear shorts though.
I have to wear like the mosh shorts. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like the most common one I get on like Twitter and stuff like that is Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah.
Because they also do like the EDM, well, not EDM, like electronic side of things.
I'm
as
surprised
well.
they haven't hit you up for that.
Well,
Me
they
too.
did. Well,
Whoa.
Ollie did. Like it was so funny. Like on my birthday in 2020, I had this message. Like I woke up and like Ollie Sykes follows you and message from him. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh.
And like he, so I released a sample pack in 2020.
Yeah.
Which like saved my fucking ass during that time.
On Splice, right?
Splice, yeah. Go check it out.
Great pack.
Great pack, yeah.
Killer pack.
It's like
I love that
It's
pack.
like it's literally like a Metalstep pack. It's like guitars, basses, all the drums, everything.
I've used a bunch of those metal guitars.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And so I'm like, am I dreaming? So I'm checking this message, and he discovered me through the pack, and he's like, "Oh, love what you're doing or whatever." I'm like, "It's so weird, like you haven't heard my music, but you've heard my sample pack."
That's
Like,
crazy.
Damn, the
he's
power
like,
of sample packs.
and he's like, "We should work together." I'm like, "Oh, like absolutely, like you know." And then like I sent him like my playlist of just like unreleased songs, and then he's getting all this inspiration. He's like literally like sending me like voicemails like with like spitting ideas, like beatboxing ideas to me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
No way.
Oh my god!
I was like, this is sick. And it was on my birthday as well. So I'm like, yeah, fucking happy birthday to me.
Yeah.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah. And then,
This most recent birthday?
No, you said
no, like
2020.
2020.
Oh,
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
well, okay,
2020?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what you
2020,
said.
Yeah.
And then like he sent me his fucking phone number with like everything. It's like a whole thing. And then like one day he just like ghosted. I was like, what the fuck?
What?
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
I
man.
don't understand what's going on. Like, was I annoying? Like I don't like, and like I don't like being that guy, you know? Like,
Yeah, of course.
So I'm like, oh fuck, you know, I don't know.
And that was it?
Yeah, and I tried a few more times and it's like nothing. I was like,
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah, he still follows me, but like I don't know.
What the-
But now I just feel awkward even hitting him up, you know.
Oh
Those
man.
type of things are weird though. Like that might come around like at another point.
Maybe.
Like, I've
maybe.
seen
I mean,
stuff like that happen.
Slander literally just did a song with them or with him
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago or something.
Really?
That's wild.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like he's into the idea. It's just like I probably just have to throw some money at him. Just be like, take it, work with me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so it's like is Bring Me like one of the bigger bands that you like are like into, like your favorite bands right now, or like what kind of metal bands and that sort of scene are you like really into, or are you just kind of doing
I'll
your
tell
own
you who I
thing?
fucking love right now, and like I think everyone, like a lot of people say this because they just blew up, but like I've been listening to them for years, but like TikTok like made these guys like huge in the last few months. Sleep Token. Have you heard these guys?
Oh, they are heavy.
No, they're not. They're not heavy at all.
The song,
Let's
dude,
go.
the song that I
They're
heard,
so
Call
chill.
his ass
It's
out,
so
dude.
chill.
the song that
Their
I
name
heard
is
was
so-
heavy as fuck.
Their
I
name is
promise
Sleep
you.
Token.
Sleep Token, yeah. It's
Dude.
like it's
I've
like
heard the name,
This
though.
guy's voice is like liquid. It's like sex. It's like
Nice.
Oh wow, he has a crazy aesthetic.
No way. There's the heavy song that I heard.
I think they have one heavy song. Like they just released an album like last week.
I love that when someone's
so
like,
they do
yeah,
have one
I've
heavy-
heard of them. They're heavy as fuck.
No,
And
he's
you're
gonna
like, no.
he's
No,
gonna
dude,
find it just so
I
he can
literally,
prove himself.
bro,
I
I
wanna see what it
literally
looks like.
just, I
This guy
literally
looks-
just
this is
followed
like-
them.
oh, wait.
They do have like it's a lot of like low tune guitars, but it's like
Oh.
more groovy. But like the vocalist, like he's basically just he does a few screams, but it's mostly just singing.
I
But,
saw.
like, he sounds like fucking what's that one band? Can't think of it, but it's like just a voice that you wouldn't think would work in metal, but it does.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing.
That's
like
cool.
like yeah.
Kind of good.
Are they like a
juxtaposition.
ghost sort of vibe? Like,
yeah.
Okay, so
like
more like a ghost.
on stage they wear like it's like a ritual, like you know.
Oh shit.
I saw like a video of like somebody trying to explain Sleep Token to somebody else, and I remember the mask. That's the only reason why I think I've heard of them.
Yeah. Like they had one song that's on the album they just released, and it's this really cool song, and then it has like this like little interlude halfway throughout the song, and then it goes into like this what people were describing as they're bringing sex into metal.
Nice.
And then all these TikTok girls are doing shit, and that song blew the fuck up.
Oh my
Damn.
god, dude!
And then-
The TikTok viral.
And that's all
shit,
it
dude.
took. And now they're fucking like they just announced like a world tour, and like the whole thing sold out in like 30 seconds.
That's
Kind of thing.
What?
crazy.
And this is a band that had like 200,000 like monthly listeners like 6 months
They
ago.
have over 2.5 million now.
Exactly.
6
Yeah.
months ago.
6 months ago.
The blow up, yeah, like
Dude,
6 months. Yeah, that's all it took.
I don't know how to fucking do shit to make it work on
You
TikTok.
can't
dude.
control
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
you
Like,
can't
it's
control
just
it.
it's just the
God.
right place, right time, right video.
Right
There's-
algorithm change.
There's so many different things that you cannot like predict. You just got to put out your
It
music.
happened
and
with
have
Deftones too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on TikTok.
Really?
Some TikTok girls started dancing to White Pony.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
No
And then there was
way.
like a compilation TikTok, and then that shit blew up, and now like all the kids like Deftones now.
Which is
Whoa.
it's so weird how it works.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm too old for the TikTok shit.
I
Oh
don't
my
get it,
God.
man. Like,
I don't get it.
yeah, I have an account, and like people my manager like forces me to put videos on there, but like they get like no views. I'm like, why bother? Like, like fuck this shit. Like,
Dude, it's a numbers game though. Like you just have to upload, and then one pops off, and then you have to copy like how you did that one.
Coming
It's
from the guys
crazy.
who just had a one pop the fuck off.
You did?
They did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would be. I would say it
2
popped
million.
off.
2 million. That's popping.
Yeah,
off.
2 million
that's
definitely
popped. Yeah,
popped
yeah, yeah.
off.
That's popped.
I don't know. I don't know because TikTok. I think it did well, but I think TikTok has like when I see a big TikTok
15
video,
million.
it'll have like 600,000 likes on it, or like 1 million likes. Like
Yeah.
that's like a pop off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why. But yes, it did well. It was just cool. There it is. So is Sleep Token like the way you're describing it in my head? It reminds me. Is it like more of an actual like? Do they sound like ghosts like in that sort of vibe?
No.
Okay, so it's different.
No,
Okay,
that's like an image thing.
but it's very sexual. Is what you're saying?
Some parts are. Like, it's just a guy's voice, man. It's like his voice
Silky.
is sex. Like
It's sexy.
His voice is sex.
I thought it
Damn.
was heavy
Oh,
as
dude, we
fuck
gotta
when
do
I
it.
heard it, bro. I might have heard it like a remix or something, dude.
Probably.
go listen to listen to that album like front to start. Listen to the first second and start. Like, listen to the whole thing front to end, and
then hit
like
stop.
it's a journey. Like there's a few heavier songs, I guess. Kind of, I wouldn't call it heavy, but like the heaviness comes from like the low tuned guitars, I guess, and it's like some really sick grooves. But like overall, it's just like really fucking well thought out music.
Interesting. We gotta check them out.
I just a couple nerd questions for me. So when you're doing guitars in your songs, when you're like producing guitars, you're usually not playing them. You're usually using like a soft synth guitar thing.
I play guitar.
Yeah.
Like there was one stage where I was kind of just like lazy and just like using like guitar VSTs or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't know, it doesn't sound like real.
Yeah, and the metal drums when you're programming those, are you getting real drum samples or are you using addictive drum?
Half. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, like these days I kind of like I've got like a little drum kit, like a collection of samples basically, that I use for like all like the heavy impacts, like kick or snare kind of thing.
Yeah,
But like
real recorded.
Yeah,
samples,
absolutely.
okay.
And then for like all the kind of more like ghost notes or like variations in like sound, I use like Superior Drummer or like there's this one from Get Good Drums. It's like
Get good
Yeah.
drums.
Get Good
I'm gonna write
GGD,
that.
The
GGD. Yeah.
Architects one, dude.
That's a new
GGD,
one that you
yeah,
were
yeah.
all
It's,
excited
I
about.
have superior drummer.
Super
But
Drummer's drum is good. The one I've got is I think it's Inferno or something. But like Get Good Drums, it's like the guys that a couple of guys from Periphery and a few others. It's like their business, and they do like all these fucking sick plugins. I think they got
Sick.
I think they got a free ones as well.
I'm
But
gonna
like
get some good
it's
drums.
it's affordable, and like I use like a lot of those for like cymbals or like ghost notes or
Okay.
yeah. But
What's your favorite kit from them?
I think the one I use the most is I think it's called Inferno. I think.
It's on Get Good
Oh,
Drums.
okay.
It's called the
Yeah, so they have like a bunch of different
Okay,
like they have
cool.
a bunch of
I
different.
like the
VSTs and
Architects one they
plugins.
did. It's like one kit wonder.
That was called-
Yeah.
Those are sick.
I haven't got that one, but I've seen it. Yeah.
It sounds just like the Architects. I don't know if
Yeah,
they
yeah.
got like it licensed or something,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
dude, it's great.
Did you
Yeah.
guys ever use Drum Kit from Hell, dude?
I did. Yeah, I did. Oh my god! At the time, it sounded good.
Yeah.
At the time,
They had like
I know.
loops for you that you could just
Yeah.
bring in. I was like, oh, sick.
sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like drop and drag kind of thing.
Oh,
It's like-
really?
and like the mini notes would all be like laid out for you.
Oh,
and
that's
everything.
cool.
It was pretty dope.
I've used addicted drums a lot, but
Yeah.
addicted, but it's not the best.
It's not that
That's got
addictive,
some-
is it?
Yeah.
They lied. False advertising.
Yeah.
So back to the guitar VSTs. So Parker and I are the same way. Like we're like very much like, okay, like if we're gonna do guitar, we're gonna most likely record the guitar through
Yeah.
the Kemper. But we have found one that we think is actually really good, and
Which
we're
one?
curious if you've tried it.
Yeah.
Have you tried Odin?
I haven't, but I know exactly what it is.
Yeah. Have you heard it at all?
Yeah. It sounds decent, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
I mean, as
He's
far
still
as
not sold.
Yeah, no,
Well,
if
I
he's
mean,
already
like-
heard it, then he's already heard it. He doesn't
Yeah.
like it. That's totally fine.
No,
I'm just
I
curious.
don't not like it. I just I just try and stay away from those things now. Like like occasionally I'll like I was using this one called Heavy 7-string.
Heavier 7-string.
Heavier 7-string.
Yeah.
It's basically the same shit as Odin, really.
Right.
So it's kind of like if you got one, you like same sort of shit.
Yeah.
Like these days, I use that occasionally for like just like maybe layering or like doing like there's like the main thing I use it for is like there's like a tremolo option. I just use it for like atmospheric shit. And, like,
nice.
crank some like a fuck ton of reverb on there and like I don't know. But these days, I try and just record on my guitar. I've got a bass VST which I pretty much use in every song though. That's called something. It's by they do artist packs, so it's by Submission Audio, and the pack I got, the one I use fucking in every song, is by.
Oh, is that the Drusif Stalin one?
I think it's the same guys that do like that, but like the one I got is a guy called Grove. I don't remember his first name, but it's like the Grove pack.
Yeah.
some bases from band, some band.
I'm writing
That's
all
cool.
these.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
Damn.
Do you guys think like the Kemper and what was before the Axe Effects? Like, do you think those amps sort of ruin the sounds of modern day guitars to where now it's like a MIDI guitar sounds just as like it like there's almost like a sound of like if a digital sound is almost wanted in that style of music. Like, do you think that
You want it to kind of sound a little bit cutty
yeah,
like that, like choppy.
With using Odin, it's like, oh, I'm going for that sound, and I don't need a guitar player anymore. So I'm wondering, is like, do you think people are not recording guitars anymore and just going for that sound, or do you think it's like evolving into more of like a back into sort of an analog sort of vibe?
Depends on the band, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
some people still keep it old school and like actually properly record things.
Are a lot of bands using MIDI for guitar?
I don't think so. I think
they're playing. They're playing. Yeah.
I also think like no matter what, no matter how good a VST gets, it's going to be nearly impossible to have that human element.
But
to
there's
it, right?
there's a sound though that got like big of this digital sort of sounding guitar.
It's the digital amps.
Right.
That's what's giving it that sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could still use a real
simulators,
You could still use a real guitar into the amp sim, and then it sounds like Cuddy. Like, dude, giant bands use fucking amp sim plugins now.
Aren't people using
like
the
the
Line
Neural
6 one
DSP.
and shit now? Yeah, the
favorite
Neural.
amp plugin.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
There's a guy called.
I'm writing all these down. Dude.
So there's a few that one I've been using lately is there's a producer engineer called Jens Borgen. He's like produced like every single big, death metal band for the last like 20 years or some shit, and he has like a bunch of plugins. I can't remember what they're called, but like.
Oh, is he Swedish?
I think so. Yeah, he's been in the game.
I've seen his
for
name
like
somewhere. Yeah.
Borgin.
Borgen, Gen. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Jens
get
Borgen.
that going.
But like, yeah, he's like he has a few.
We record these, right?
Yeah, but instead of scrolling through a giant timeline, I can just open up a
I'm
notes
just giving
tab.
you a hard time.
Dick.
I think he just released a few. He has like these 3 different like plugins, and they're all like $40 each, like super affordable.
Oh, cool.
And like you can like replace the different like impulse responses for like different like amps and stuff like that. It's like super easy and basic to use, but like they sound really chunky.
That's awesome.
And I've used some other ones, but I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head.
Sick.
What's your setup like as far as like what you're
Studio.
going into and recording guitars and
I got like the
amps?
Apollo,
Right.
Apollo, just straight into that, and then that's it.
What guitars do you use?
I've got an old, it's kind of like a PRS style guitar.
Okay.
It's like a rip-off, but it was like they don't make them anymore. But it was a company called Carvin.
Yeah, Carvin.
Yeah. So they don't make this specific model anymore. It's basically
They make
like
good guitars.
They do. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've had this like from fucking ever, and like I used to use that guitar in bands and stuff like that.
Nice.
It's only a 6-string though. And then a few years ago, I was like, oh, I want to get a new guitar, and I also want to get a bass. But I'm like, well, fuck, why don't I just get like an 8-string guitar? So it's kind of like 2 in 1,
Yeah.
So I got what is it? It's the LTD. It's the guy from fucking Animals as Leaders.
Tosin.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
But not
that
Tosin,
band
it's
is crazy.
the other guy.
Javier.
Thank you. Yeah,
guy knows.
it's his like signature guitar.
Oh,
And it's an
sick.
8-string.
But it's the LTD version, not the ESP.
Yeah, I think it's LTD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
crazy.
Bro,
the band's insane.
It's fat though, like yeah.
Do you know like people from ESP? Like I had so many friends in bands. Like they just fucking give guitars away. I bet you can get endorsed by them. Have you tried
By
LTD and ESP?
I mean, I haven't tried, but I probably could.
Yeah.
You should.
Bro,
Just
my
have to send
friends
an
would get
email
so
and-
many, bro. He was in My Children, My Bride, and he would just get he would literally get ESP
Yeah.
to send him like 4 or 5 guitars.
Yeah.
And then he would just fucking sell them.
No way. That's so cheeky.
We should get Animals as Leaders on here, dude.
Dude,
That would be so
you said
sick.
you can get them on here. They're
yeah.
crazy.
Do you
They're
know?
crazy.
Do you know Nick Morzov?
No.
He does a lot of like really cool metal engineering.
Oh, sweet.
So he did the whole last record for them.
Yeah.
And it sounds insane. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one of the best sounding like natural records,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But I would love to get him on. I'd love to get all like the whole band.
Yeah,
there's only like
that's
3,
so
4
sick.
of them.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
guys ever listen to Between the Buried and Me?
Of course, yeah,
Of course,
They're
dude.
fucking,
BT band.
They're fucking crazy.
I used to love them. That Colors, the album.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's the album.
That's the album.
That's
yeah.
the album.
Dude, I like it was the first year I moved to America. They were doing the Colors 10-year anniversary tour.
Crazy.
I fucking went saw it. I went saw it in San Diego. It was so sick.
You got to watch them play the whole album front to back.
Whole album front to back, bro.
Front to start.
I saw that show too. I went to one of the shows.
Dude,
at
it was so
Fox
good.
Theater.
And guess who they had on fucking support? It was Polyphia, who are now huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I can't remember who else. Oh, like the Contortionists as well. I love them.
Yeah.
But like Polyphia is massive now. Like,
They're
Crazy.
insane.
yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us at the XLNT Show. We are your host, and a lot goes into this podcast. We have an actual Patreon that we just set up. The link is in the description. We have a lot of things that we have to pay for.
I'd really like to get a pair of Crocs.
Parker has backed child support for months.
You're just gonna tell the whole world.
In all seriousness, guys, we have 2 awesome tiers. The first tier we have is called Support the Pod, and that's $5. It's a cup of coffee. That would really help us out with the show. And what we're gonna do as a bonus, we're gonna put your name at the end of the pod as a thank you for all of your support.
Now, if you guys want to get more involved, Tier 2 is for you. It's going to contain exclusive content and producer videos.
Ooh, all access.
This is all access tiers. We're bringing you backstage with us. You got that all access wristband. Thank you guys in advance for watching and all of your support. Now let's get you back into the pod.
Is there like I got a question for you. Is there like a guilty pleasure band that's like kind of embarrassing that you might like would be like afraid to admit that you really like?
Ooh, I like that.
I think
Band?
Yeah.
Well,
We'll go too. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of mine.
I don't know if there's any bands, but like I listen to like a lot of like old like pop.
Okay.
Like 80s, like synth, like
Oh,
like
fuck
you know,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Hall and Oates and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like,
Sick.
I think
Or
you
like,
actually told me this
it's not-
before.
it's not-
Mr. and stuff like that.
absolutely.
I
like,
love
like
Mr.
that,
Mister.
just that generation of like you know
Yes.
like music. I don't know. It's not that embarrassing because it's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Maybe ask
it is- it's
maybe ask
interesting.
like a Gen Z kid. They're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But like you know, but like I don't know. Like
a metalhead,
it's so
it's kinda
nostalgic.
surprising.
It's like shit you grew up on. Like
Yeah.
you know.
I think that's a good answer.
Yeah,
I like
mean,
that.
I listen to like a lot of old music. I don't listen to like a lot of heavy music, which is might seem surprising.
No, I don't listen to a ton of EDM, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be honest with you. I mean, we do when
Yeah,
we need
yeah.
to, but like, I actually went through the same phase where I was
Yeah.
like, bro, the '90s and like early '90s and late '80s
Yeah.
like bands, like those soft rock bands were so sick, bro.
It's called a yacht rock.
Yacht
Yacht
rock. That's
rock.
what
Yeah, yacht rock.
I love
That's
that
so
shit.
sick.
Yeah.
Like the whole MacGruber soundtrack. You ever watch the movie MacGruber? It's like all those band, dude. I
Legit,
love that
legit.
shit. That's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
What's your guilty pleasure?
I don't know.
Band.
I'm not really guilty about it, but I could see other people being like, "Whoa, they're whack." It's this like old, like super emo band called Say Anything.
Oh, bro,
yeah,
yes.
come on,
They're not
bro.
whack. Their band's amazing.
sick
Yeah,
as
they're
fuck.
amazing, but like I could see.
I didn't know you like Say Anything.
I love Say
They're
Anything.
great,
Dude.
yeah.
They're so good. Do you know Say Anything?
I don't know, I don't know,
Dude,
Yeah,
I was
Greg
like, what are you talking about? Bro?
And if you have my notes now,
They're like a Broadway emo band. They're for sure Broadway.
Yeah, it's like it's really hard for me to pinpoint if I still like music because it's good, or like
Right.
old music because it's good, or because of how ridiculously nostalgic it is.
Yeah, it's
Like,
probably
like
that.
if a Linkin Park came out with Hybrid Theory today, would I be like, holy shit, this is the best thing ever? Probably not.
Probably not,
Right?
yeah.
I'd probably be like, this sounds kind of lame.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
whatever.
But it held such a moment in my life that I'm still fully obsessed with it.
time
There's
and place,
Or like
yeah.
it's same thing with Eminem.
Yeah.
Like the Eminem show or some shady LP. It's like if that came out today, would I be mind blown? Probably not. But it's some of the most special music in the world
Yeah.
to me. You know.
True.
Say Anything's in there.
Yeah, I love, bro.
Yeah.
I love Say Anything.
Yeah.
There's like a thing about millennials and us being obsessed with nostalgia. Like there's like that's like part of our like
Yeah.
our generation is like this nostalgic stuff is like so important to us. So that makes sense, dude.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, my guilty pleasure, I like fucking like Bobby Brown.
Ooh, yeah.
Really?
And like the old R&B shit.
Really?
I
That's
fuck with that.
all
I fuck
my
with that.
shit.
Sexy.
dude. You know what I'm saying? Even like Outkast, dude. That double album.
That's
Come
not
on.
There's nothing
Speaker
guilty about
box.
that.
Nothing guilty.
Nothing guilty about
You know what
that.
I'm saying, dude? I mean,
sexy.
I'm not looking around like this when I'm like listening to it and shit. But no, I mean that would be the most guilty-ish pleasure. You know what I'm
Realistically,
saying?
we're not guilty about any music we like. in
No,
this
of
room,
course,
right?
but it's
Yeah.
just like it's an interesting thing that you wouldn't guess about you.
Yeah. See, you were surprised to hear that I love Say Anything. Probably.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I love like you, like the old like yacht rock is what you called it. But I've been really into like 90s country, dude.
Oh, I despise country.
No, bro. 90s country is sick, bro. I had a barbecue stain on my white t-shirt. She was killing me in that, man.
I'm cringing so
Bro,
hard
that
right
shit's
now.
so dope. But it's dope because it's lame. You know what I'm saying?
Was the production good on the 90s country?
Yeah, it was great. The songwriting was great. It's awesome.
It's all the
I don't
same
know.
songs. It's all the same
Yeah.
story. It's
Beer is truck of women.
fucking.
Yeah.
I got a truck and a girl and a boat and a Corona. It's
I didn't even
shut
like
up.
country music, bro. Like Shania Twain, any man of mine.
I literally can't stand it.
Dude, I
it's
went to Stagecoach one year,
I hate it.
and it was sick.
Yeah, because you were hammered.
Dude, it was
Yeah,
fucking
you were
dope.
definitely drunk at Stagecoach.
It was the year. What year was it? It was who's the guy that went country? He was very famous for like turning country, but he was like doing
Diplo?
rock. Oh no,
Diplo.
Well, yes. Oh
Lil
no,
Nas X?
it was Kid Rock. I saw fucking Kid Rock
That's a
headline.
guilty pleasure. If you
and
said you
that
like
shit
Kid
was-
Rock, I'd be like, oh my god.
No, I didn't say that, but he was headlining. He was headlining,
Yeah.
and it was fucking hilarious, bro. Everybody was dancing, going crazy.
They go nuts there, dude. The country
Yeah.
crowd goes off, bro. Those people make so much money too. That fucking
Oh,
The
that's
biggest genre.
insane.
it's insane.
Isn't it
bro.
the biggest genre in,
Yeah.
in the U.S.? I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
the biggest genre in the U.S.
Yes.
Yeah, which
That's
is,
very
makes
big.
no fucking sense whatsoever.
But it's not like it's like its own little world. You know what I mean?
No.
That's a big
It
ass
is.
world.
I don't
dude.
know.
It is.
It's a
No, but I'm
big-ass
saying like
world.
it's not like you're hearing country songs on the radio, like normal pop radio. They
Yeah,
have
you
their
are.
own-
you are,
Yes,
bro.
you are.
Like what?
That's why
More-
literally one of the main reasons I don't
104
listen to the radio.
104.3, dude.
When's the last country song that hit #1 on the radio?
Should we
On the
Google
entire
that shit?
yeah.
Fucking
Look it up.
Taylor
The
Swift.
middle?
No, Miley Cyrus.
That's
probably.
not a country song.
know.
Miley
It's
Cyrus,
a
bro.
country singer,
She's
though.
got like 17 of them, dude.
I'm just saying, when's the last
7.
one? Look
Like,
it up.
This
Jamie.
year. This year.
Jamie, look it up.
Jamie.
Pull it up, Jamie. Can you look that up for us?
Wasn't there
Ian?
there was that like hip hop hybrid thing with the Old Town Road or some
Oh,
shit?
that
Yeah,
must
Lil
be
Nas
it.
X.
It was like country, like hip hop or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
whatever. I don't know what it was.
Lil
but-
Nas X.
Can you
Yeah,
look up
that,
the last
yeah.
time
That's
an
gotta be-
actual country song was #1 in the
On
Billboard
Billboard?
charts? Yeah,
#1.
Or
Not-
no, just top 10 in
Top 10.
Billboard.
Top 10. Give me
And I
top
don't
10.
think Lil Nas, maybe Lil Nas would count, I guess.
That definitely counts.
But it's also
Really?
like
No,
appealing to like a certain other market.
It's
I'm talking
hybrid,
about
it's
just,
hybrid.
like
Hybrid,
just
yeah.
country, right?
That's
While
fine.
he's doing that, I got another question for you. Are there any other like are there any up and coming artists that you've been listening to that you're maybe like really into, or you know maybe in the EDM scene, or are you just kind of more focused in your own lane right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few like cool like dubstep dudes that are like coming out. Like springs to mind, Automate.
Oh, he's great.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Really. He's kind of like he's given like almost like Space Lace's kind of like sound design, like energy kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
Cool.
he's from Italy as well, which is fucking cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
he's an Italian boy, and he's like he's out. Well, he got his US visa, so he's I think he just supported Keizo on his tour.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I haven't heard
he's-
his stuff. He's really dope.
It's really cool. Yeah, it's more like rhythmy, I guess, but like really like I don't know, he's making cool shit.
Nice.
Trying to think who else.
You don't have to have multiple. That's great. What do we got, Kian? Jamie, pull it up.
Morgan Wallen's Last Night was #1 in March.
Get the
On
fuck
the
outta
Billboard?
here.
Oh yeah, dude.
Morgan
Oh,
Wellens.
that guy's
I don't know who
huge
that
right
is.
now.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
All right, well I'm dumb.
Yep.
I
it's
was
okay,
wrong.
Danny. It's okay. You're not dumb.
He's dumb.
That's my co-host you're talking about, dude. That's my co-host you're
Also,
talking
my
about.
co-host I'm talking about. There's a third here now, dude.
Yeah, no, that
Get
he's your
used,
co-host
get used
too.
to it.
Yeah.
Dude. Is
What's your role, Frank?
What do you mean? I mean, I'm. What the fuck?
Get him,
fucking
Graham.
he's a co-host, dude.
mean,
He's a
Host?
co-host.
I'm a co-host.
So it's co.
Yeah, this is our,
three
this is
co's.
our podcast.
Trifecta. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't, as much as I love you, Graham, I didn't just
Trichomes,
come on
dude.
here just for your episode, bud.
Frank's part of it, bro.
Tricos.
Tricode.
I like that.
I like it.
Most people say a 3-host wouldn't work on a podcast,
I love it.
but I
That's
think
cool.
it's working.
Yeah,
great.
it's working
I
great.
think it's nice when I forget what I wanted to say or have nothing to say. I have
And
two
then-
people to bail me
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck out. It's fantastic.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
Bro, do you have like a whole hard drive
your role,
full
Frank?
of?
dickhead.
Well, they were talking like as if they were the
kidding.
like the co-host.
That was the
and you
joke.
were
I was just
like-
defending.
Frank was
yeah,
like,
I was
I'm here
defending
too,
my
like-
co.
Yeah.
Dude, do you have an entire hard drive full of like unreleased hip hop PhaseOne beats?
Yeah, it's not PhaseOne. It's definitely PhaseOne. I mean, that was on like an old computer, and like I don't think it's anywhere to be found.
Really?
Like on some old hard drives, like back in Australia. I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's a good thing. Trust me.
Oh, man.
Trust me, it's a good thing. Yeah.
That's sick, man. What about like? So, I know we keep talking about like Australia, but like, what were there any other like Australian artists that you kind of came up with, like in your heyday?
Yeah, kind of. Like, my day one, I call him, is this guy called Hydraulics.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say.
Oh, we love Hydraulics.
We
He's the
love
man.
Hydraulics.
He's the man.
We make very different music.
Same
but, like,
manager too, right?
Same manager, yeah. Just like he basically got me like my manager. Well, because he was managing him, and then I was like, I need a manager, and he like hooked us up.
Sick.
But like, yeah, we make very different music. But like, he's kind of just been like the day one, just because like whenever me and my friends started going out to like clubs or whatever, he was always the fucking DJ supporting whoever, you know.
Yeah.
And then like one day I was like, once I started like uploading shit on SoundCloud, I like sent him a message, like a really awkward message on SoundCloud, being like, because I hadn't like met him yet, so I sent him like, I can't remember what it says, but it's like, oh man, love what you do, blah blah blah, love to like work together, yeah, you know, some
collab,
like some yeah, some there.
Link and build, brother.
I feel like I used to be such a punish like 10 years ago, like, yeah.
Really?
Like,
I played-
hassling people for like shit.
That's how you got. I mean, you got to do
I
it. But
guess,
I
hindsight,
played one of my
like-
first shows ever in New York with you and Hydraulics.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that? That was a long time ago.
That was a really
That's
bad show
cool.
as well. It was a really bad show. Yeah.
I love how honest you are. This is
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want.
And you know what sucks? Like every other time I played in New York, it's been amazing, except that one.
Why was it bad?
I don't.
Of course,
I
the one.
don't know.
The one.
I don't know.
No. It's because there was a lot of competition that night.
Oh, there was actually.
There's
yeah.
a lot of and
There's-
there's a couple other big headliners in town the same night.
yeah.
Oh.
What was the venue?
It was also the venue was
the venue sucks.
The venue sucks. It's in a terrible location. There's no foot traffic. There's nothing
Yeah,
around.
it was like middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, wow.
The venue itself is actually pretty cool, and the sound system.
didn't it have like a fucking like like you know the disco dance floor with the lights?
Yeah,
on
it
it.
had
Like, it was
that.
like kind of. It didn't feel like we should be throwing a dubstep show. There,
Oh,
basically.
wow.
Yeah.
It was
like more
it
like
was,
yeah. But we had fun.
So nobody showed up. Is that why it sucked? I'm assuming.
yeah, but it was
yeah.
it was like there's people there, but like it was bare. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I have a funny question. I just usually ask this, but I'm stealing it.
Go for it. Go for it.
What's like your worst show fuck up? Like if you think about it, like
Fuck up?
Yeah, like do you have one of those where you're like when you think about it, you're like, fuck, I can't get over that show fuck up.
I have dreams about fuck ups more than I actually,
really?
more than actually happens. Like at least once a month, maybe even every few weeks, I'll have like this weird dream where I just like can't load quick enough, and it's like I'm just train wrecking, and like and then people just leaving because I'm like,
I have the same exact one where I just can't load the next track or I can't find it.
yeah, or it's like you go to press play on a song, but it's like what the song says, it's like not that song or some shit. Like, you know, like I don't know. I had this one dream. It was so stupid. Like I was like, it was like an Excision gig, so it was like fucking sea of people, and like I'm DJing, and like these like techs come up to the stage and like start taking the CDJs away, and they're like, Jeff needs these. I'm like I can't argue with that. So I'm like I'm left with one CDJ, just like pressing play and then loading the next one, pressing play. like what? Like here's my next number. Like
What a nightmare.
That's a
yeah,
nightmare.
it was so stupid. And then like afterwards, I go off stage and Jeff's there, like avoiding eye contact. I'm like, what the fuck is this
Oh
shit?
my god.
But like in terms of actual fuck ups on stage, like there's been like one where like I'll like headbang or whatever, and like the hat goes flying off and like hits the cue button. It's like I've had that, or like I flail an arm and like hits the play or cue button. It's like, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
like that kind of shit. Like
That's funny.
that's kind of it, really. Like
No one really gives a fuck.
yeah, I know.
No.
It's like it makes it more like human.
Everyone's like, oh, he's
whatever,
actually
yeah.
DJing. That's cool.
Yeah. Like I think it's funny. Like I know, like you get the occasional like emergency loop. But that's not your fault. You know. Like,
Yeah.
But I don't know, that's nothing crazy has really happened. Like,
What's the most memorable like moment you think you've had playing a show? Like either to like a huge festival or maybe even like a small, more intimate thing. Do you have like a moment where you were like, this is fucking insane. This is the sickest thing I've ever done.
A
least
bunch of
music.
them. He's got a bunch of them.
Let him answer, dude. There might be
the
one
man
in his
answer.
heart, dude.
Yeah, not really. It's like once it's like it kind of always becomes the same though, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah,
know,
but
it's like,
no,
You know
I'm
what I mean?
sure.
It's like,
But was there like a goal, like when you were coming up, that was like, I don't know, like it could be like I really want to play
Red Rocks.
Bass Pod, or Red Rocks, or play
Wembley
with
Stadium.
Excision. Like, is there anything like that
I guess
before?
like
I know that happens all the time.
I guess
now.
like coming up, like there was those moments where I was like, oh, it'd be cool to do this, but I never really put like expectations on anything.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing, I was just like, oh, let's just see how far we can take this, I guess, and
Right, okay.
Before I need to go get a real job again.
I like that outlook. Let's just keep going. Keep
Yeah,
going.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. But then like once I came here, like there's obviously way more opportunity here. Like, you know, you get like offers for like Red Rocks and shit like that, and it's like it's only support gigs, but still like it's still cool to
Red
play,
Rocks.
play at these like iconic venues
Yeah.
and shit. Like,
Ollie hitting you up on your birthday, that was probably pretty cool too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like something
that's
you'd never
it.
expect. It's
Yeah.
like dumb shit. Like
That's dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to play Red Rock so bad. It's like my number one.
Hey man,
More
if-
than EDC?
put it into the universe. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to headline it or just play it?
I mean, at least direct support. Like,
At least,
Do people open at Red Rock?
oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a full
Yeah,
lineup.
yeah.
yeah, but like they have to. I think it's like
Early shows.
curfew at like 11. I think because like it's like a town and they complain about shit.
They let
The
Skrillex
sound.
go till 1 a.m. and
Really?
they kicked him
Because
off the
of
decks in
Skrillex,
the middle
bro.
of a song.
They would have had to like pay someone a lot of money.
A lot
to
of
do
money.
that to make that happen because like I think it was Bass Nectar actually.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I shouldn't have said it. Voldemort, like I shouldn't have said his name.
Never liked Bass
but
Nectar,
he,
dude.
Yeah, me
he yeah, neither. But he ruined Red Rocks because he was like cranking.
He brings extra bass
Yeah,
with him.
he had too much shit, and like the town like lost it, and like ever since that show, whenever that was, like 6-7 years ago. whatever.
Surprise, surprise.
Real
It's
true.
Bass
Canceled him for
Nectar's
that,
fault.
too.
He was the first DJ to ever play one of my songs out.
Oh really? Wow.
Wow,
Sucks.
dude.
I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. What a shame.
You got better people playing your songs out now, so don't worry
That
about
was
it.
pre.
Why was he even big? Bass Nectar I always thought sucked.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
gonna
was
be
never
real.
a big fan.
I never
I
got it.
never
either.
got
I think
it.
he had a
Never
couple
got
like remixes or some shit. I can't
But like,
remember.
was
but,
massive.
but he was selling out stadiums. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't.
He was like I think he
Right place,
was one of
right
I think he was
time,
one of the
maybe?
first dubstep
Yeah.
acts to really cross over into like that wook kind of
Sure.
Maybe.
that kind of cult like what's the
It
name
was
of
cult. It was a culty
It was
following.
a culty
It's for
following.
sure.
Like he was the first one to have like I don't know have like that hippie dreadlock
Right.
What's the band? I'm going blank. Jesus, the cultiest hippie band in the world.
Grateful
Oh,
Dead.
Grateful
Yeah,
Dead,
yeah,
yeah.
he's the first.
Yeah,
He's one of the
okay.
first. He's one of the first like heavy bass acts to have
Sure.
kind of that Grateful Dead style following in that in kind of I think.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's what he catered to. He's one of the first ones to do that.
Yeah, he still
But
sucked.
He
but-
sucked.
Yeah, yeah.
he sucks.
Yeah, he does suck.
For multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny though because like I genuinely was like, oh, like when I found that out, I was like, that's terrible. I'm glad I never liked his music.
yeah. And
I
there's,
couldn't
there's,
name a single song.
no,
from
neither.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's always kids with like bass nectar tattoos and shit. It's
Yeah.
like
Jesus.
super common
Imagine
thing.
getting
yeah.
that tat and then this happening.
Oh my god.
Since we're talking about it, who's worse, Bass Nectar or Datsik, bro?
I don't want to do this.
I mean,
Why not?
I don't want to do this.
Why? Come on. You want to do it, Graham?
This is what you want your podcast to be about. This.
Why not?
I mean, we can do it if you want.
No,
I
I
don't
do.
give a fuck. Fuck Datsik, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, both bad, and I mean, like, I don't know the full details of like everything because, like,
Yeah.
we'll never really know. But like, just both pieces of shit, really.
Yeah,
Dude, we were talking about like Michael
yeah.
Jackson yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
Like we were
yeah.
comparing Michael Jackson
He likes
and
he likes little kid buttholes.
yeah,
Yes.
but Danny cannot listen to Michael Jackson anymore because
Really?
he thinks of that every
Yeah.
time he hears him.
yeah.
And I personally don't. I just listen to his music and I'm like, oh, this is sick. You
But
know?
my point was about bringing up the Datsik and Bass Nectar sort of thing about like kind of how we're talking about it. And we don't have to go down this path if you really don't want to. It's fine. We can edit it out. But I think the interesting thing is that like Datsik's trying to play shows right now.
Yeah.
Right. Like he's
trying
doing,
really hard.
He's trying hard. And which is surprising because if I was him, I would just go anonymous and have nobody know my identity. Right. That would
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
be the smarter move. But
Wear a
there's still
mask.
he still has a huge fan base of people that still support him for what even though he did it.
does, yeah.
And I'm saying there's
kinda
no
scary.
It
Scary
is,
as
but
fuck,
there's
yeah.
no difference than people who liked Michael Jackson, whether or not they believe it's true or not. The allegations, Like people love Michael Jackson, and if he was still alive, he'd still be selling out shows.
Yeah.
Same thing with R. Kelly at a time before R. Kelly got arrested.
R. Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
I
it's
didn't know
kinda
he
the
was
same
selling out
thing.
shows, dude. I thought he was like major canceled and nobody was going to his
No,
shows.
he was still.
He was
like,
still that
there's-
big.
That's what I'm saying. Is once you get to a certain point, there's still people that enjoy your
Did
art.
you see what happened though? He announced his like comeback show at
Avalon,
Avalon, and then it got so much
Yeah.
backlash they canceled it.
yeah,
But now he's doing another one.
he's doing like a rave, right, or something.
Well, yeah, he's calling it LA, but it's like 2 hours like inland, you know.
He's not, like, announcing the show.
It's like some shitty nightclub that like no one's ever heard of because like it's the only place that would like accept him, you know.
No
Yeah.
way.
But like
Yeah.
people are gonna travel for it, obviously, because
That's
people
so
are fucking
crazy.
idiots.
Yeah, there's
so
posters.
crazy.
There's posters up like around the
way.
block over here. Yeah.
Oh man.
But you can't.
But like it's like secret undisclosed like location.
Of
but like
course it is.
people found out like which club it was immediately. Like, you know,
yeah.
internet, you know, hackers. What do you know?
Internet.
The kids these days, man, they're like, ugh.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't judge people for wanting to listen to their favorite artist, right? Because we have people that listen
I mean,
to
you
artists.
totally can.
Yeah, you
we-
can. I'm
we-
sorry, you can. But like,
we can judge them because that's just released an album or something,
Yeah.
and it sounds so bad.
let's go.
I
Graham's
never even
for
heard it.
dude.
I never even heard
I mean,
it.
like,
Let's go.
I feel
dude.
bad for even listening to. I listened to one song. I was like, this sounds like it was produced in 2014.
Yeah.
And I feel bad if I even listened to that. I was like, fuck, you know.
Yeah.
He's gonna see my name come up on SoundCloud, but you know,
Yeah. On his
but, like,
stats.
I was like, this is just, you have not progressed in music or as a human.
Graham.
I love this.
fuck with you, bro.
Danny fucks with you, bro.
Yeah.
We all fuck with you.
Good for you.
You know,
We
what's
don't have to
fun,
keep
you know
going down the
it's funny because he actually gave me my first break in music. Like,
Really?
he signed me to Firepower Records in like 2013 or 14 or something.
A lot of people too. You, Getter.
The Ghettos before, but like
Yeah.
like,
No, but I'm
eventually,
I'm just saying like the Firepower was a lot of people's first like. Big
Yeah,
step
yeah.
That was a
into
big.
the scene.
That was a big label,
Yeah,
bro.
it was a big label.
At the time, yeah, it was kind of like a big deal.
I wanted to release on there at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
The second he started dressing up like Raiden, I was like, I'm out, dude.
Yeah, dude. That was
the
weird.
ninja shit.
We don't have to
Yeah,
make this podcast about that sick. I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
it was just
no, I mean,
interesting.
Cool. No, I really like your take on it.
Yeah. But like, you know, signing with Disciple was like the best choice at the time because like I signed with them and then like a year later he got cancelled.
So it was
like,
between the two.
Huh?
Were you deciphering between the two, between
well,
Disciple or Firepower?
I released like two or three EPs on Firepower and like a bunch of singles and shit.
Yeah.
And then got picked up by Disciple. So I was like, well, that makes more sense. Like I was already friends with the guys as well.
Right.
And then so I did that. Like the whole Firepower crew were pretty unhappy about it.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, chill. And then I remember running into Troy at the first Lost Lands before he got cancelled. It was kind of like awkward.
Yeah.
Damn.
But then like a year later he got cancelled. I'm like,
Label
fucking
politics
best choice.
are so
Like,
interesting.
yeah, I mean, like it shouldn't matter.
No,
it's like you're an artist. Like you should be able to release whatever you want. Like,
Yeah,
what's the big deal?
especially
Like,
if you're not like
it-
contractually.
It was never exclusive. Like, so I'm
Yeah.
like, why is everyone so pissed off?
Yeah. We're all
no
just out here
more
trying to
label
make-
worries for you though.
That's right.
Yep.
We're friends with Basie with him and
Oh,
F
yeah.
Word, and like he was just explaining how difficult it is like for him to just continue on with
Yeah.
the name F Word because it's associated with Troy.
I just
Sucks.
wouldn't.
And-
I'd just be like,
yeah.
yeah.
I think now he's flying drones in Hawaii. I think he's working on a new project, but
Yeah.
that sucks. You know what I mean? Anyway,
It's a funny little industry, isn't it?
Yeah.
So much fucking drama, so much crazy shit you can't write. Like, you know.
yeah. It's definitely just interesting. We have our own little world in this little EDM. You know, we got drama, we got
We
controversy.
got rapists. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got it all.
We got it all.
I want nothing to do with
Hey,
that shit.
let's talk about some positive side of this because there is a lot of positive stuff.
Let's talk
too.
about some
Yeah.
blur shit, bro.
Yeah. Blur, dude.
Did you do you have any plans to play any big shows at all? Like any festivals or anything coming up this summer?
Yeah, I got a bunch of festivals this year. Doing like Lost Lands. Doing
Nice.
there's a bunch I can't even think.
Lost Lands, that works.
Oh, you're doing you back-to-back Val at Toxic Summer.
Yep.
Which
Oh,
is
nice.
Oh, that's gonna be sick.
my second festival. I'm excited.
Are you playing this
You're
one?
playing?
Oh fuck yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
doing
fun.
that.
Go see Frank.
I could look at my phone, but I don't want to be rude.
What's that?
I
Yeah,
could
you
look at my tour dates, whatever. But I'm doing like a headline tour. Well, I'm doing one now essentially, but like I'll be releasing like my next EP in like August-ish.
Nice.
Great.
And then be doing like a proper like last half a year like headline tour off the back of that kind of thing as well. So
Dope.
yeah.
That's
Sick.
great, bro.
Should we do some
Would you
baseball?
Oh
Some
yeah,
baseballs,
yeah. You
dude?
got the baseballs. We got some funny questions for you.
I don't know. I don't really like that name, baseball.
No, it's because it reminds
gotta,
you
like-
of the
Oh no, what did this? To be frank, dude.
No, you gotta. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta. bring
you
on
have the
some-
To Be Franks.
Oh, I have the To Be Franks. Okay.
Yeah. So we this is like a little segment. So I'm just going to be naming some stuff, and you just have to tell me what is your favorite or
Whatever
like,
comes.
whatever
to
comes to
it's
mind.
easy. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Okay, so I'm just going to name some stuff off, and you just tell me what your favorite thing is or whatever comes to mind. So first thing, favorite reverb.
Valhalla.
Yeah.
Valhalla. Which one?
The fucking Room one.
Room.
In it.
Nice.
In it.
Let's go. Mix down, baby.
Stock Ableton plugin.
Saturator? OTT?
Nice.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
fucking,
okay.
yeah.
Compressor.
Oh, God. I can't think. I honestly just use the fucking Ableton one.
Hell
dude,
yeah.
seriously,
Nice,
like, glue compressor.
Glue.
Fucking like, you know,
Okay,
whatever,
okay,
yeah.
cool. We're getting fancy. Plugin that we wouldn't know about.
Ooh.
Oh.
We talked about a lot of those already.
Yeah, I was probably just going to mention one of the ones we talked about.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Odin.
No, he doesn't use his
I
Odin.
don't use
Bass.
Odin.
What's the bass plugin that you use? That was kind of,
It's
Wasn't
by,
it
it's, by,
awful?
it's by Submission Audio, Grove Bass.
and it's and it you say like it's not well known or it is.
I think it's well known. I don't know. I
They're
mean,
like
you heard of-
boutique-y. They're boutique-y.
Oh, they're boutique-y. Okay.
I got one of their ads for some reason, but
Jens Borgen plugins, dude.
The Jens
That's
Borgen
why
plugins,
I
yeah,
have the
yeah,
notes,
yeah.
baby.
Good job.
Yeah,
dude.
nice, dude. You're taking notes.
Amp Sims, yeah.
Soft synth.
Serum.
Yeah, I fucking use Serum all the time. Let's be real. You know,
We all gave you the look right here. He's like, all right.
I would have
knew
said it. Yeah,
I knew it. Sorry, I'll stop.
Mastering plugin.
It's the clip shifter.
Oh,
Clip
like-
shifter.
Clip shifter.
It's literally just like a soft clip.
Yeah.
That's literally all my mastering chain is now these days.
Okay, all right.
Oh, it's just that. Are you clipping your groups too until you get to that? Or are you just clipping at the very
Just
end?
clipping at the end, yeah.
Interesting.
Well, like, so what I do. Sorry, like, this is gonna,
No, this
No,
is
this
this
is
is the
perfect.
point. of it.
Okay,
This is the point of it.
So like,
Yeah.
I have like a little kind of like, essentially like a mastering chain, which is like really subtle amount of OTT, ozone, and just like a couple of things like that. Just like really subtle shit, but like it's limited. And then I turn that off at the drop, and then it's just soft clip at the drop.
Oh,
Yeah. So like I automate like so my mastering is like off like
Oh,
on
nice.
again. And it just makes the drop feel way more like punchy, like
I love that.
because everything is limited and it's like loud, but then once it gets to drop, like it really fucking comes through.
That's
I
cool.
like that.
That
a
way
lot.
you have to actually mix before your master chain. You can't really push everything in because you're turning it off on the drop.
Yeah, like I just do everything in the mix down, really. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
sick, man.
So then is that what you mean by you're saying like you're a little bit more unconventional when it comes to that? I think you mentioned that in the beginning.
I guess I feel like a lot of people that write, like especially dubstep, it's so fucking pushed and distorted. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
like the best way to achieve that is, and what a lot of people do is just soft clip master. Yeah.
Sometimes I get the idea of like running a kick through like making like a pre-master and then like running my kick through like another like sort of like master and then having the master just be nothing.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
guys
yeah.
ever get weird like that?
That's what I thought was so good about like when they did the I think it was
Groups
Ableton
and
10,
groups? The
Ableton
groups and groups.
groups. That was like an opportunity to do stuff like that because you could so many ways to like bypass shit and like yeah.
That was a
I
game changer.
love that. Yeah,
I love
that,
it.
That was my favorite update so far.
I rely
even
on
though
it
that was
so
years ago.
much. Yeah, that's the best
Dude,
update. Groups
so
and groups
sick.
is a game
So sick.
changer.
Yeah.
nice.
Before I get to the next one, so you were saying light OTT. So like, what are we talking? 20%?
Like 5-10%. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stock? No pull up any bands or anything.
Yeah.
And is the Ozone are using the maximizer only?
Dude, I still have Ozone 5.
That's
What?
sick.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
vintage.
I know. It's just like I know. I know what I like to use on there, and it's like it's probably so stupid to do that, but I just like
No,
I don't know.
that-
And
No, it's not.
It's all super subtle shit. It's like widening a few like bands and stuff like that, and like what else? Like this is probably also really unconventional, but I put like not even 3% like reverb on the entire on the
Oh.
Yo.
On the
But, like,
master?
on the master,
Create
but,
some
but,
rap
like
shit.
just like the mid range kind of thing.
People literally make jokes about putting reverb.
That's
on
some
master.
rock shit, dude.
I don't.
No.
It's probably like the stupidest thing ever. But like, I don't know.
No, that makes sense. Is
No,
it a
that's some
short
band
decay?
shit, dude.
Is it like a short decay
Yeah,
reverb?
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
because
yeah.
you're creating a
Widening.
room.
There's
for
yeah,
those
like I
mids.
literally use like there's a preset called like small room.
Yeah.
On Valhalla.
No,
No, in
in
Ozone.
Ozone 5.
Oh, okay, cool. Damn,
And
that's awesome.
like it's, I don't know if you can even hear the difference. I don't know, but like I just,
Yeah.
I don't know why I started doing it, but like it's just like, I don't know.
That's so cool, man.
I think that
it's
makes
probably
sense.
completely wrong. but,
no,
Look at the
dude,
fat
sick.
rack.
Nothing's
Yeah.
wrong.
but like, yeah, I only do it in the middle because I don't want like the low end being too much affected by it because that's where you get all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
Maybe
makes
should.
perfect sense, honestly.
Maybe.
Ozone 4, Ozone 4 and 5, those were the heavy hitters.
Yeah, those
like,
are people want that algorithm.
Yeah, they want that algorithm. 6 and 7, nobody gave a shit about. And then 8, it was like, people kind of like 8 again. And
Yeah.
then 9 and 10 is like, we're back.
I got 9 just to feel like I was like, you know,
Yeah.
Part of the game.
progressing or some shit. Like, yeah, so I've tried to use that one instead now, but like still trying to get my head around it.
That's awesome. I got the next one. So, favorite collab.
That I've done.
Yeah, your favorite collab.
I did a song with Error that came out like
Hell yeah.
very end of last year, and I say that one because like most of like the collabs I do with like bands, it's just like me writing the song and getting like the vocalist from the band to feature or whatever.
Yeah.
That one I got Jesse in my studio and we actually like properly like collabed, like, you know.
That's awesome.
Like,
That's
like,
so cool.
He's like
He's
like
such a good singer.
such a good singer, yeah, and a great guitarist. So
Yeah.
he did like we just sat there because originally like the idea was we were gonna like when we spoke about doing the collab, like they were like, oh, like we like Crash and Burn, the one we did with Northlane, like maybe we did something similar to that. I'm like, yeah, cool, we can try and do that. And then like I sent a few ideas, and then he was like, oh, let me just come over and like we'll see what we can do. And then we ended up just starting something completely from scratch, and like
That's really cool.
That felt like a real like collaborative moment, you know.
So
like,
cool.
Yeah.
Bro, these sounds suck. I can't work this dropout, dude.
Shh. He doesn't know that I know this super secret serum hack. Watch this.
What is that? What did you just do?
Dude, it's a one-button drop, baby.
Let me see this right now.
Excellent Sound's brand new preset pack, Drops Only Volume 3, is out now. It includes 100 of the best drop-ready basses, little to no processing needed. No plucks, no pads, just bass. Go to excellensound.com to pick up your copy today, and don't forget to use code TheExcellentShow for 10% off your purchase. Let's get you back into the video.
Can I go off on a tangent on this question real
Do
quick?
it. Do it.
Sure.
So when you're, I wanted to ask you this, when you're doing your vocals, right? So are you tracking them yourself? Are you like, what mics are you using? Are you comping in Ableton, or like, how are you doing it?
Most of the time, because it's like just like collabing over the internet. It's like they've got their own studio or they've got like their engineer.
Right.
So like
On this past one that you just referred to.
Oh, that one. We did some scratch vocals in my studio, but then he ended up going to a studio and actually doing the
Okay.
same sort of thing. So like, yeah, I mean, I could have done it, but like, I don't know. I feel like he probably would have got better results using an engineer that he knows how to work his voice, I guess. Like,
Right.
I mean, yeah.
But are you using, when you did that, were you using Ableton or were you using a different DAW?
Ableton, yeah.
Okay. Using the,
I've got like it's like a Rode NT2.
Nice.
A condenser condenser mic. It works, but it's not like the greatest mic.
yeah.
I mean, it's like the cheapest. Like
No, it's a
the
solid mic.
Yeah, it's a solid mic
Yeah.
for like the best bang for your buck or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like. But yeah, like.
I was just
It's
curious
no
how
like
you-
Neumann or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But I mean, a lot of
Like that
people use
fucking thing.
these
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
for metal and shit.
What are these ones?
The SM7Bs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because
Standard.
these ones have like a low like.
Yeah.
You can get that real low guttural shit.
And
I've seen bands use these. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Danny.
they're great pickup.
You know who uses that mic?
Michael Jackson.
Yep. How do you feel about that?
I don't know, because he kisses buttholes.
That exact mic.
Yep.
This exact one.
You know who else? You know who else, dude?
Bass Nectar?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No, don't like
love
him
me
either.
some
Yeah,
chili
you don't
peppers,
like-
dude.
We don't like him anymore.
We don't. Why?
He dated a 14-year-old when
No,
he was
he
like
didn't.
24. Yes.
Yeah,
No.
he did.
Jamie,
He did.
look it up.
The front man?
Yep.
No
He
way.
dated 14 years old.
Yes.
Yep.
Is he
Damn.
canceled? Is he canceled or is it like on?
It's kinda like-
He
I don't
played
know.
a festival this weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
they
he's
They
not
can't
that
cancel
canceled.
him. They can't cancel
Because
him.
he was like in the 70s or whatever when he did it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that
he
makes
also had
that
a
makes
lot
it
of-
okay. Yeah.
He was, yeah.
For
he
for
was
cancel
doing,
culture.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
doing
yeah.
like heroin at 12 with his dad and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
He was
yeah.
having a really
Yeah.
fucked up childhood. But yeah, fuck that.
That's why he's so good at fucking music.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Yeah, I was literally about. Yeah, I was
Really?
like, Frank,
Here we
don't. I was like, no.
So wait, going back to Era real quick.
Yeah.
So you guys got in the studio together, and were you getting stems from like the rest of the band, or was like Jesse like playing guitar with you? Like,
Yeah, so we just like we just started with him like just messing around with some riffs, and I just pressed record and just recorded everything, and I literally just pieced together this riff out of all these different things that he recorded.
dope.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's really
That's
dope.
how it started.
Like a guitar mud pie.
Yeah, because
kind of thing.
he was just fucking around. I was like, I don't think he knew I was recording.
Yeah.
And then like we ended up piecing this thing together, and he was like, "That's fucking sick." I'm like, "Yeah."
That's so cool,
And he's like,
man.
"How do you do that?" I'm just like, just fucking magic, And then an idea started happening, and then we kind of built off that, and then we kind of structured out like the main part of the song in like this one day, really, the guitar parts at least, and then he left, and then I started just programming and like doing drums and shit like that to it, and then the rest is all, pretty much all just me, and then I recorded some guitar bits as well to complement what he did. Tried to like keep it like in the same sort of flavor as like their sound.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much it. And then and then he came back to do like figure out vocals and then record vocals, and then JT, the other vocalist, had to record because he lives in like Philly or some shit. Recorded vocals there and sent it back, but that was kind of it. And I just put it all together.
That's sick.
Sprinkled it all together.
Yeah. JT was he was the vocalist of Texas in July, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I love
You remember that
name.
band?
Yeah, or like Ocean Eats Alaska. Like those names are so sick.
Yeah, they're
dude.
sick too.
Minus the bear, even though that's not a heavy band.
Yeah, they're not heavy at all.
No. What was the other? What was it? There was like another bear band. That was something.
My,
bad band.
oh,
Oh,
I
wait,
wrestled
no.
a bear once.
I wrestled a
Oh,
bear.
that's
once.
right, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was. Wait, you did a
Horse the
que-
band.
a questionnaire thing with us before
Dude.
before the Bass Rush show on the Instagram Live, and that was one of the which one of these bands are real, and that was one. I wrestled a bear once. I think is one of the options. Yeah,
It was so funny. We did this thing, like we did this Instagram Live to promote the show that we did together.
Yeah, it was so much
and
fun.
it was like I was like hosting it. I was like, so like we had like there was like you, Jeannie, and
Taboo,
and
Mitch,
like
yeah.
I was like I would read off like 3 or 4 band names, and they'd have to tell me which one was real. Oh no, you have to tell me which was the real one.
the real one out of all of them.
And like I made up a whole bunch of like made up a whole bunch of stupid names. Like I can't remember what they were.
They
But
were
like,
Get it
crazy.
right? That I wrestled a bear once.
I don't. I think.
stupid name.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
I think
Yeah.
Mitch got that.
Nice.
yeah, I wonder if I've got them written down on my phone because
They were.
that'd be
I just
sick.
made up the most ridiculous names.
They were
like-
funny.
but they could have been real.
No, especially when one of the options I wrestled a bear that makes all the other ones possible.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah.
Dude, fun fact about that band is they turned into Spirit Box.
Oh no
Wait,
way!
what?
And Spirit Box,
No.
yeah.
That's them.
Yeah.
Really?
No way.
Yep.
I love Spirit Box.
I'm pretty sure. Like, Jamie's gonna have to fact check me,
Wait,
but
wait.
I'm pretty sure that I Wrestled a Bear Once is Spirit Box. They're the exact same people.
The guitar player.
Guitar player and singer.
No. One
Wait,
of the
Courtney was in. She was the.
the bass player from As I Lay Dying just went to Spirit Box recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Spirit Box is sick.
They're so
the
sick,
singer
yeah.
guy.
They're so dope. That would be a crazy collab,
I
too.
think it is. Jamie,
Well,
check
they,
that out.
They collabed with fucking Elenian, didn't they?
Oh, I know they did.
yeah.
And that shit was heavy, too.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty tasteful.
Yeah, I thought so, too.
There's a lot of like crossover shit, which is like just really fucking cheesy in my opinion.
Yeah.
Most of it, honestly.
What's the number one cheesy?
I don't know.
Cheese ball.
You know what I say.
I think we can all.
Can we bleep it out?
Yeah, can we?
Wait,
I wanna know.
I was looking something.
We can
up.
all guess. Hold on, I'm trying to think.
Wait,
Okay,
cheesiest what?
Oh, I
missed
know.
it.
We could like
I
bleep
know.
it out or something.
I
That would be
know.
really
You said
funny.
it earlier.
I missed it, I think.
I missed what.
I know what it is.
What is
Am I right?
what's
Just
the
look at
number
me.
one cheese ball collab?
I think.
His number
Hey,
one cheese ball.
Graham.
No, just all like in general between metal and E EDM.
I don't know. It's all.
That would be my guess.
It's all fucking cringe, isn't it?
Don't worry.
It's all cringe except
Guys.
for the parts that aren't. Like,
Guys,
yeah.
we'll tell you after the pod, right,
True.
Graham?
True.
Wait, number one metal electronic cheese ball collab. Is that what we're talking about?
He's saying that most of them are shitty. That's
A lot of them. Yeah.
Most of them are.
Oh,
Most of them
that's
are.
a true story.
It is.
Okay, wait. Actually, Here's my answer. That Skrillex Corn album.
That was
remember?
terrible.
That was terrible.
Oh,
dude.
God, that was
terrible.
That shit was
There you
so
go.
funny.
Bro, do you remember
so
Korn
bad.
saying that they invented dubstep
Yes.
because they played the
Yeah,
bass low and shit? I remember watching that. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we pretty much invented dubstep.
There's a
Okay,
whole
it's like,
documentary
fuck
on that.
off.
That album was horrendous.
Yeah.
But I just saw them play direct support or like co-headline or whatever for System of a Down at Bank of California Stadium. It was their set was
No, they're an
awesome.
insane band.
Yeah, no, they're
It was,
insane.
I've never
bro.
seen them live before. I never listened to them that much. They
Yeah.
crushed it.
Yeah,
Dude.
Obviously not as much as
Legends.
System of a Down because no one beat System of a Down ever.
Sure.
But it was fucking awesome.
But how do you ruin a collab with Skrillex, bro?
I mean, dude.
that is
Well, I
sad.
mean, that was very early days. You know, like
Yes.
dubstep back then was so like trial and error, and like nobody knew what the
Also,
fuck they were
Korn
doing.
is
Like,
huge. So, like,
Yeah.
you think they're going to listen to some kid? Like, you
Yeah,
know what
no,
I'm
that's
saying?
for sure
They
what
were at
happened.
the fucking top.
And they invented dubstep, so
And
they knew better.
obviously.
Do you remember them saying that? I
Yeah.
remember being like, oh my God.
I want to watch that whole documentary again
Yeah.
just to, like, laugh.
just to laugh.
That shit was
hey,
funny.
just quick side. Production wise, are you completely self-taught?
in terms of like electronic production,
Yeah, like Ableton, like-
I went to school for like sound engineering.
Okay.
But that was more like live situation
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like, you know, recording bands and shit like that.
Okay.
But then like when it come to like electronic production, that's all YouTube.
Yeah, cool.
The University of YouTube.
Yeah, dude.
And just trial and error and shit. Yeah. Just fucking around.
Do you use audio or MIDI for drums?
Both.
Oh,
Hey,
explain. Explain.
Yeah. Proceed.
Just like drum samples.
Yeah.
And then like some cymbals and stuff. Like we use like the, you know, the fucking plugins and shit. Yeah.
So, but like for your kick and snare, is it audio and you're like kind of duplicating it out and like kind of placing it, or are you using like MIDI for your kick and snare?
No, it's just like audio samples.
Oh, okay.
because he
all
records.
right.
He records the real thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because me and Danny, we always do like kick and snare MIDI,
Yeah.
and then we like layer with audio.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
of my drums and audio.
It's
Yeah.
just the ease of of duplicating and copy pasting is what gets frustrating. Like
Yeah.
when you have to move an
And-
entire part.
Yeah, like the downside of doing audio. The reason I do it is just 'cause
Switching
it's
it
what
out.
I'm used to, whatever. Yeah, and if you want to like swap a sample, or whatever.
But you can open up. No one knows about this, but you could the file manager. You go open up file manager or whatever, and then there's a sound swap in there. You could swap out
can.
any sample for
you can
any
do
other
it. You
sample.
can, you can do it. Yeah.
So many
yeah.
clicks, though, dude.
It's a lot easier
You
to do
have
with
to, I
MIDI.
think you
just
tried to
like-
show us this and it didn't work.
No,
so
no,
will
no,
you
no,
show
no.
me again
It's a
after the
different-
podcast?
It's hot swap. Hot swap.
Hot swap.
Yeah.
The hot swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
sick.
can do it.
But
yeah.
the only downside
And you
of
have
it.
to refade everything.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to refade everything. It keeps all your fades. But the downside of it is that when you do the hot swap sample in your project file, it keeps the file name the same. So if like say you put in like a
Oh,
virtual
yeah.
riot kick drum and then you switch it out for a PhaseOne kick drum, it would still say virtual riot
Okay.
kick drum.
Yeah.
But what about
That's the problem. That's the only
But
problem.
if you
problem,
collect
yeah.
all and save, it doesn't matter. But what about the length? Like, let's say I'm swapping out an impact, and I have
It keeps the length.
The clip length is this long.
Keeps the length.
It does.
Yes.
No matter what.
Pretty
but it
sure.
swaps
I'm
out
not
the
Yeah,
It
sample.
no,
does.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it does.
Does
And
it,
the fades.
Does it not like re-warp it or some shit though?
Yeah. We got to look at that.
Yeah, we'll look at it.
Don't use warp. Always on warp shit.
I do too.
Yeah.
I whenever
Warping.
I'm adjusting drum samples, I try to do it as without warping as much
Try
as
not to,
possible.
I
yeah.
do both. I do both ways. Whatever sounds better.
Depends on the sound, but like I always feel this makes it sound a little bit like not how it's meant to sound,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
or a
yeah.
little bit fucky.
It's not like it's
Yeah.
going to sound better if you warp it and go down 6 semitones anyway. You need a new kick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you could go, if you're going to go down like 3 or.
Don't
or
polish
either
a
way.
turd.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. Warping, I'm 100% in agreement with you on that.
Every now and then, sure, it's
Yeah.
it's necessary, but like I try and keep everything in its natural state. You know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are your favorite monitors?
I'm a headphones guy. I fucking use these. Like,
Straight up.
Yeah.
No
Great
monitors.
headphones.
Yeah.
That's killer.
And like every time I've tried to get in a studio like with monitors, I'm always just like, where's my headphones? Like it's my safe place, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have any tricks to for the people at home that only are in headphones? Like, do you have any like?
I mean, it's
Weird
like
suggestions?
It's whatever you're used to, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
It's just like build a relationship with the headphones.
Yeah.
Because once you use headphones for long enough, I used headphones for 9 years exclusively, and I was on the Beat Studios, and everyone was like, "Dude, that's like
crazy.
yeah," but it's not crazy because we use them for so long. I know exactly how they translate.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, "It has so much bass." I'm like, "Yeah, but I know how it's supposed to sound in these headphones."
I
So-
literally use is it MX50, right? Is that
Yeah,
yeah.
those are, I
I
think,
literally
are the
use these.
best
Like,
for mixing and producing.
like in terms of affordability, they're like what,
$160.
Yeah, like super cheap. But like,
TikTok was talking shit about him.
Really?
Earlier. Yeah.
fuck TikTok, dude.
No, I was laughing. I thought it was hilarious.
Dude, they're like they're pretty flat. You know, like it's maybe slightly bass heavy, but like that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, they're definitely fun to listen to too if you're producing. So you can produce and mix on them. That was my thing.
Yeah.
Do you use analyzers though at all or no?
Not really. Just,
Yeah, so
like,
just your
just use my ear. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
That's sick.
no
man.
analyzers.
He knows his headphones.
Yeah.
Do you FM from A or from B?
Both simultaneously.
Nice.
FM from sub, like you know.
Okay.
That.
Okay.
No, yeah,
Really?
but
Actually, that makes sense.
you can.
Yeah.
That kind of makes. Why didn't I ever think about that? That
I've
makes
done it.
more sense.
I've done it.
So you still have an extra oscillator.
Yeah.
Did you know that you can? We found this out recently that you can resample a basic shape into a noise oscillator, and then that noise oscillator then becomes an FM carrier, is what it's called.
Yeah, you can use there's an Ableton stock you can use. I can't remember what it's called. But yes, I do know that.
Serum's
yes.
basic shapes into that, so then you can use that, and then you can also change the pitch of it too, so it becomes like an easier way to have an extra oscillator.
Dude, I've been taking. I watched this random video that popped up on my freaking YouTube nerd algorithm, and I've been taking like rim shots and putting it in the noise oscillator and pitching that because it just repeats the sample, and then pitching that over a bass. Boy, did some cool
Nice.
shit.
Oh, that's a
Some
good idea.
Cool stuff coming.
With
You
some
make it
weird
like
basses.
really wet and alien-y, and like it's really
That's
cool.
cool. That's
Sorry,
nice.
side note.
I want to try that. That's a
Yeah,
good
that's
idea.
awesome.
It's really cool.
That's a good idea.
It's really
Nice.
cool.
So since you stole my question, I'm going to steal Danny's question. Okay. This
And I
is
have no questions.
Yeah, this is another question that we ask every guest. Who is the hottest DJ?
Hottest, like hottest looking, or like
You know what I mean.
you know what we mean.
You know what we
Who's
mean.
the hottest dude in EDM, dude?
fuck, man.
A lot of good-looking guys.
There was a lot of good looking ones. I don't know. Frank's pretty good looking.
That's twice. That's bullshit.
Two. Oh my god.
Who was the
Is
other
that the
one?
second time that's happened?
Yes.
Who else said
I
that?
forgot. Fuck.
Somebody last time was Alan.
Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah. One true God.
God damn it.
I'm racking them up, baby.
Oh, you're pretty hot though.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, you're a good-looking boy.
Thanks, man.
Alan
Means a
said
lot.
that he looks like Diplo, but
No,
younger.
no. So this is what happened.
little
Is
Diplo
the
vibe.
first time I ever met Alan. I was invited over by one of his roommates. I think he was living with Mikey Jackal at this point, and Jackal invited me over for like a space yacht pre-party back in the day,
Low.
obviously. And I was wearing a dad hat, and he was on his balcony and saw me get out of the Uber and walk in. I was wearing a dad hat, and he turned around and everyone was like, "Guys, Diplo's coming up to my apartment right now."
How do you? I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe with
from
the dad hat.
The dad hat.
Yeah,
from the
sure.
time, I don't know. But yeah, it wasn't Diplo.
Sounds like
me.
sounds like he was expecting Diplo, and then he saw,
No.
Yeah, and he
no.
just got
He literally
disappointed.
just saw me and thought I was Diplo.
or he was fucking with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Diplo's a beautiful man. I feel like he would like be glowing or something if he walked up to a party. You know what I mean? He'd be like vibrating. That's my number one. If you could
It's like
tell.
the
Be
floats
vibrating
up.
on
Yeah.
mushrooms.
Yeah, that's
Vibrate.
true. He's definitely been on some type
Sure.
of.
Vibrating on his microdose.
Yeah. What else you got? Is that it?
Yeah, that was baseball for us, dude.
Awesome.
We fucking
Nice.
knocked that out of the park.
I mean,
got
we
any
could do some would you rather's if we want to. If
Are,
you're up for
are we
it.
doing Let's Be Frank?
Yeah.
To be frank.
To be frank.
That's also going to be his.
Let's be frank.
We're trying to get him to change
It
to
sounds
make
like
a
you're
side
interested
house.
in it, so I guess we'll do
A
it.
side-
Up to you. What is it? You just have to be.
It's just be honest.
Very honest questions.
Imagine
Let me-
To Be Frank as his tech house side project.
That's actually a good one. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That would be so sick.
Has that been done yet?
You've been making some techno.
that?
You've been making some like techno-ish stuff now.
Was I?
I did like
The
one
Florida-
one song.
Yeah,
like,
it's fucking. I love that song. Yeah. What made you want to do that?
It just works. I don't know.
It just,
like,
worked. It just felt right.
I don't want to do it. It just like
Happened.
It works. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna roll with this.
All right, keep talking about stuff while I find these would you rather's.
Oh, we're doing would you rather's.
We're doing
I mean,
that.
that's to be frank. To be frank is would
Oh,
you
okay.
rather.
It's the same shit, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to take 15 seconds to let you know that Excellent Sound is running a limited time bundle for their most highly anticipated and sought after production suites, Gorilla and Redacted. With over 400 multi-genre serum presets, 50 custom wavetables, and 6 of our most coveted Ableton Project File remakes. This is the perfect suite for any producer out there that wants to make genre-bending music. And guys, I literally use these sounds in every single one of my sessions. It's over 5 gigabytes of content. It's a no-brainer. Use code XLNTBundle at checkout to save now.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
We need to think of another, like, to be
Okay.
frank would be like you complaining, like get somebody to complain about something. I feel like
yeah,
that's,
let's
like,
complain about how
deep.
bad cats suck.
Cats, yeah, fuck
you,
cats.
thank
You
you.
don't like cats either?
Oh no, dude.
Fucking
know who
doggos
really grinds
forever,
my
dude.
gears?
Yeah, absolutely, dog.
Yeah, doggos forever.
Absolutely.
You don't even
I think
like
we've talked
cats?
about this actually.
I don't
upsetting.
not like cats. I just much prefer dogs. Like,
By like, it's not even remotely close.
yeah, like, I'm fine with cats. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You
guys realize-
you're there, but like, I'm not like fuck you. I'm like, yeah, you're there.
No, I'm like, you're there, but stay over there while I'm over
He
here.
doesn't
want
want
to
to get like bothered, like touched by a cat.
They're all like, they're like sneaky.
Sometimes they're alright, but like,
Sneaky.
They're like sneaky and like they look like they have like a conniving plan to the whole time and like
that's because they do.
yeah, thank
it's
you.
because they do.
Yeah,
They
they're
just wanna
fucking
love you, dude.
No, dude, I don't think that's that. I think
Graham, do you have a dog?
I have a dog.
What kind of dog do you have?
Back in Australia, like when I moved over here, I bought my mum like this. What do you call it? A cavoodle. It's like Cavalier cross poodle. Fluffy thing. It's like adorable. But like I was like, here, have this dog. I'm moving to America. So here's my replacement.
catch it.
So like that kid technically got a dog there, but like in 2020, me and my girlfriend,
Your wife?
my wife, girlfriend at the time, but we got a dog here, and she's just like a combination of every fucking small dog.
I've met her.
Nice.
You've met her, yeah.
Yeah, she's a little cutie.
She's cutie. Like she's part Chihuahua, though, so she can be a little noisy sometimes, but
She's cute.
She's very, very sweet.
Yeah, she's
very,
sweet
very
doggy.
sweet. Very
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah.
Would you rather? Wait, hold on. Oh, would you like to be 25% happier, but the catch is you would have to walk 25% slower all the time.
25% slower.
Slower all the time.
That's not too much slower though, is it?
Yeah, that's a 25%.
If you're in a rush, that would suck. Like if you have like a short layover between flights, you're like, fuck, I'm gonna miss this flight.
I didn't think about that.
But then that
we
would
don't tour. That's
But
why.
you in prep.
you'd be happier. But then wouldn't missing the plane make you sadder? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
So you'd be 25% less sad about it.
yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'll fucking miss a flight to be happy.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not happy, but like
Happier.
happier.
Happier. You
What-
know-
I wonder what that feels like. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds sick.
What does it being happy actually feel like? Though?
Yeah.
Like really, like
my God, why?
Like no, I'm not trying to be depressed, but like there's moments where like I laugh and that feels happy, or like a cool thing happens in your life and that feels happy. But like, what does it mean to be really happy? You know what I mean?
I don't fulfillment. I don't know.
25% more, like.
Of what?
I think it's
What is
hard
that?
for us
Yeah.
because we're artists, you know?
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
have
Yeah.
high highs and low
The
lows.
highs,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lowest
yeah.
lows, the highest highs.
I'm about to get
That's true.
deep. Go
That's
ahead,
true,
to be
yeah.
frank.
Okay. Would you rather go on tour with Skrillex or Noisia?
Fuck.
Tough one, right?
I feel like both crowds. Well, I think the crowd, like, if you want to tour with Noisia, and if I was doing it like my set, people wouldn't fuck with it as much because like they're like drum and bass heads, you know.
Yeah,
Whereas
fair.
if I did it like a support for Skrillex, I think people would get it a bit more. So like, even though I prefer Noisia as like, well, I don't know, they're both great.
Yeah,
I don't know.
this leads me to the next. Okay, so tour with Skrillex.
Yes.
All right, would you rather collab with Skrillex or Noisia?
Fuck's sake. Why you do this to me?
To be frank, dude.
Can it be a 3-way collab? Is it like
Nope.
it's not an option?
That's
Nope.
sexy.
Oh, dude, he's thinking outside the box.
Little threesome?
I tell you what I think
Little
would be
bass
fucking
threesome?
cool. Like, I know Sonny wouldn't do it because he isn't really like, he's not into that kind of shit anymore. But like, if I did like a song and have him sing on it, I would fucking love to do that.
Yeah, he does have
You know what I
a,
mean?
he does have a really like nice signature kind of voice.
Yeah. I think that could be cool. Like
He sings
you know
on
what I
your
mean?
collab with Noisia.
Yeah.
Featuring Sonny.
Damn, he just broke the system.
Yeah.
He's broke the matrix.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I like that. I like that workaround.
Yeah.
Would you rather have spaghetti for hair or sweat as mayonnaise?
Oh God, Frank.
But wait, so with the spaghetti,
So
say
it's-
you're
no. So it's either you have your hair is spaghetti or your sweat is mayonnaise. Which one do you prefer?
Both are delicious.
I do love mayonnaise.
You do?
Oh,
As long as it's Kewpie mayonnaise.
What's Kewpie mayonnaise? Is that
That's
Australian?
the Japanese mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah,
you
that
know
shit-
the one.
yes.
like the one.
Never
the
had
one.
that before.
No, you have.
I hate
it's the
mayonnaise.
best.
I hate mayo.
No. I hate mayonnaise too.
it
Japanese
the, like,
mayonnaise.
Chipotle?
It's
No,
what
no,
they
no.
put on the rolls. It's like a
It's-
different mayonnaise.
Does it taste anything
No.
remotely close to mayo?
No, it's like I mean,
Okay,
well,
then
Is it spicy?
Look at this guy with the fucking workarounds for everything.
Bro.
it can be. You can get spicy mayo, but when you get spicy
What does
mayo
it taste
on
like? Frosting or something?
no, it's just like
It just
That's
tastes
what I'm
like
saying. Like, you guys are so
it
excited
just tastes like really
about
good
this.
mayonnaise. Like, I
it's
don't
less
know.
eggy
Okay,
than like
okay.
regular mayonnaise.
I hate
it's,
mayo.
It's,
Yeah, me
it's,
too.
It's like a
Gross.
sweet, but it's not overpowering like regular mayonnaise.
Okay.
You know, mayonnaise is like very overpowering.
Yeah, I don't
It's
like
good-
mayo.
No, it's not like that.
Okay.
Try this
Really
one.
good.
It might change your mind. I don't know.
You've tried. You
Maybe.
both
Okay.
have tried it.
Maybe.
I haven't.
Guaranteed.
I
If you've
haven't.
eaten sushi,
I don't eat seafood.
you never eaten sushi.
No, I hate it.
I love
Have you ever
sushi.
tried it?
I've tried sushi.
Okay, so
and
you've
I-
eaten Japanese
so,
mayonnaise.
So I hate it then.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
You like it.
You
okay.
like it.
Maybe.
It's what they put the crabs in. Don't they put the crab meat in?
Oh, when they're like.
That's what's in there. It's that's, you don't really notice it.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay.
You don't
I'm
really
down to
notice
try
it, but it's awesome. What?
I hate mayonnaise, bro. Don't even.
I mean,
talk
you
to
don't
me.
just
I
have to have it
started
with
this
sushi.
shit.
You can have it with anything in life. Fucking,
Yeah, I know, but I love it. You don't notice it. It tastes great.
I got a would you rather. Would you rather win $50,000 or your best friend win $250,000?
Yeah, the second one, because then he'd give me $50,000 anyway.
Would he?
Would he though?
Would he?
Would he?
I reckon he would. Yeah. I reckon he'd give me more,
But he doesn't know the stipulation. He just knows that he won 250 grand.
and then I'd be like, "You won that because of me. Give you some," and he'd be like, "Yeah, cool."
But what if you couldn't? No. See,
Yeah, he
you're
wouldn't-
trying
he
to
wouldn't
work
be
out.
able to know.
Dude,
You
this guy's
can't.
not
like-
You
good.
I
gotta
like
add
the strategy.
stipulations. You can't tell him
Yeah.
that it's because of you.
I can't tell him.
You
that.
can still ask him for $50K though, right? You still allowed to do that. Would he give it to you if he doesn't know you?
If he
have
didn't know anything?
anything, and nothing. He doesn't know you have anything to do with it. Woke up with a random $250,000 deposit in his bank account.
If we're talking about the same guy, he doesn't need the money. I'll take the money. Fuck him.
Cool.
All right, fair enough. Okay, would you rather adopt a British accent every time you're having a serious conversation, or laugh every time someone cries?
The second one for sure.
That was the quickest.
I do that anyway.
That was the quickest anyone's ever answered that one.
I mean, I feel
man.
like I kind of do that already. Like, like
It's like you're like uncomfortable, so you laugh.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You ever been at a funeral and you catch yourself like so uncomfortable you start to smile? That's happened to me, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm a piece of shit.
maybe not at a funeral, but like, definitely some like times where I should not be laughing. I'm just like,
Have you ever gotten a boner at an inappropriate time where you're like, I
Whoa.
should not be getting a boner right now, and then you start thinking about it and you get a boner?
Hey,
No.
Yes. All the
I'm not
time.
talking
Come
about like in front of
on.
like. I'm not talking about like inappropriate times. Well, I guess there are
Yes,
inappropriate.
you are.
times. I'm not talking about those inappropriate times. I'm talking about like you get it. I'm in class. I'm like all of a sudden I'm getting a boner. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
And you're
I've
like, don't get a boner, and
I've
then
got-
you end up getting a
I've
boner.
gotten the impromptu boner, but I
Yeah.
don't think I'm not like, oh, I really hope I don't get a boner right now, and then I get one. I'm
No,
like, oh
no,
shit, there's a
no,
boner I didn't
no,
expect.
that's not-
it's
That's
more,
not
more
what I
like
meant.
it's more like the after
Oh.
the fact. It's like, oh fuck,
Yeah,
I really,
I'm getting
I
a
re-
boner
Of
right
course.
now.
Oh,
Like you're at the car wash. You're
Yeah.
getting your car washed or something. Boner.
Yeah.
What are
You
you
know,
gonna do?
like that's the question,
Yeah, man,
It's
right?
like fuck. I don't want to get a boner.
You're
Yeah.
the car wash.
It's always when you're traveling or some shit. It's like the vibrations of like
Yeah,
the vehicle or
anything.
whatever. It's like they're
The
called
gyration of the vehicle.
they're called travelers.
Yeah.
That's called a traveler.
Traveler
It's called a traveler. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
When you pop wood randomly, dude.
So,
on a plane, on a bus,
on
like
a
whatever.
plane,
You know, like
on a
yeah,
plane
yeah,
to work.
yeah.
Or like the worst is when you're like when like it's like full peak and you have to stand up and you're like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah, yeah,
God
yeah,
damn
exactly.
it.
Getting off a plane, like you've just woken up, you got morning wood.
Yeah, yeah.
Wake up off a plane, and like everyone's getting
You have
off.
to,
You're like,
you have to
fuck, like-
obviously re-rack.
Yeah. See, this is a real thing, Frank. Re-rack. I like
Re-rack.
that.
Re-rack.
That's compliments of
You gotta-
Papa Frank.
Yeah, Papa
Yeah.
Frank.
Yeah, Papa Frank. Yeah,
You gotta flip it up in the
re-rack.
belt, baby.
You always got to re-rack through the pocket, dude.
Yeah. Oh, you go through the pocket.
Dude, I mean, if you really want to be impromptu,
You gotta be
you
legit.
gotta be. You go,
Isn't just
It's hard.
It's just the belt like that keeps it in place.
Yeah.
yeah. But you know, you got it doesn't start there. You got to re-rack.
Yeah, but sometimes it goes over the belt if you're blessed. And then you're like,
That's why you
shit,
got to
now
have a
it's
long
hanging out of
shirt.
your
Gotta have a
underwear.
long shirt.
Like
dude.
it's literally
Yeah.
your shirt pops
If
up
you're-
and there's your fucking mushroom dick right
If you're blessed.
there.
If you're
That's
blessed.
a good one.
That's funny.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that was fun. Next, next one. Would you rather talk like Darth? Talk. Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader?
Breathe like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
More sample friendly.
Graham knows himself, dude. You
does.
don't even have to. You don't even have to think about these.
Like,
Okay, this is the one that we have an argument on every time. Let's just let him answer. We know how you.
All
guys
right, all right.
You know what it is. No. Okay.
Do I?
Would you rather stub your toe or get a paper cut?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
This is the controversial one.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
controversial one.
they both suck so bad, don't they?
Which one sucks worse?
Which toe? Any toe.
You could choose your toe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could choose your toe. I'll give you some leeway.
I think that one. I think the toe.
100
smart.
million percent.
I think the toe.
He's so smart.
Very.
I think it has,
He-
like
You're more inquisitive with all of these than most people.
You know why?
I don't want to bleed. I'd rather like just have a little bruise.
And it's
or
also,
whatever, like-
and then the stub toe hurts for really bad for like 1 minute or less, and then
yeah.
the paper cut bothers you forever.
for days. Yeah.
But he asked a question that no one's have asked
Which
and
toe?
we've all thought of.
No
He
one's
said
asked.
which toe. And if you think about it, your pinky toe essentially is like they think that shit's gonna fall off eventually with evolution.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Really?
Have you ever had have you ever like cut too much of your pinky toenail off?
Yeah, it sucks.
You could no, it like doesn't hurt. There's
Yeah.
like no feeling
no
in
feeling.
it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
like nothing. Anyway,
This
yeah.
smart motherfucker.
Probably a couple more generations, dude. You know,
Which
and then it's
toe?
gone.
Yeah.
That shit's gonna be out of here.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if I believe that, but
I got to be frank. Would you rather never sleep again, or never have to sleep again, or never have to eat again?
Never have to sleep again because I love eating. So
yeah, and you can get so much more
and,
done.
and you get so much more done. Yeah.
See, I would pick the never have to sleep again to get extra hours in my life.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like I love eating too, but I would rather be awake and like not have to sleep.
We found out that we were on our phone for a full day out of the week, like a
That's
full
so-
work day.
that's
Yeah,
so
my
early.
average is like 7 hours, and his is 8
A
hours.
day?
Yeah,
No, for a week.
yeah.
A week.
So that's
is-
like a full work day. if you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about it.
yeah, yeah.
But it's also like you do work on your phone.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
check
yeah.
yours, Frank.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad.
go to settings and then screen time.
I understand, but the reason that this isn't accurate
Oh,
is
he's
because
making a-
no, I'm
he's
giving.
making an
I'm not.
excuse.
No. Just fucking hear me out.
Okay.
The reason this isn't accurate is because I open up YouTube and put a video podcast on as I fall asleep.
That's what I do.
And it like keeps going to the next video
Counts.
until I wake up and turn it off.
I drive with
So,
YouTube.
true.
on
I know,
all the
but
time.
so a lot of the time a lot of that screen time I'm asleep for like 4 or 5 hours.
All right, well, let's see what it is.
Graham, you're next, so you better get ready. We're gonna.
We're gonna check the screen time.
Oh, we're
thing.
getting
it's
your
gonna be,
screen
It's gonna
time.
be bad because like
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
how do I do it? You
Oh
just
man,
in New
let's
York.
see.
My daily average?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't want to do this. Also, but but also it's no, but also, but
Why don't you say it first and then make your?
Oh, Graham's 5.5.
5.5.
Realistic.
He beat us.
A week?
5:25.
A week? Or daily?
How do you change it?
Mine
You got to do daily. You got to do
mine daily is 6 hours and 3 minutes.
Okay, that's
Okay.
not bad.
Hey,
But no, but also listen, I edit all the videos that I've been posting and like all this
All of that counts. It
no,
counts.
I edit everything on my phone.
Yeah,
Like,
that
I-
counts.
okay, cool.
That counts. We work
we
on
know
ours
that
too.
there's
Yeah,
lead
yeah.
and seat. We know that.
6 hours, 3 minutes. Is that respectable? Like
No, that is respectable
Is
because
it?
mine's 7 and he's 8. Graham, you said yours is 5.5.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait,
so
for
we're-
day or week?
day.
Day,
Day. Mine is. Wait, is this today?
probably. Yeah.
That's today. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Go to
Week, right?
no. You're on the wrong thing.
Oh yeah, you just go to daily average,
to
bro.
daily
look
average.
At, look at mine's
yeah.
4:48 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
6
wait, that's
hours.
notifications.
Oh no. Oh, it's going up.
You're 5. You said you're 5.
5:25.
Why does mine
yeah.
say
Nice.
52
Average.
minutes? Total
You're
screen
in the
time.
wrong thing. It looks like this. Just
Oh yeah, Tuesday I was on for 6 hours 5 minutes.
That's awesome. So I do have a couple more
yeah.
questions.
You do this
Yeah.
because I'm pretty much out of good ones. So yep. Thanks for being frank, dude.
Thank you for being frank too.
Yeah, we need like a finale for that. Like,
To
Yeah.
be frank.
boom, bow, boom, bow.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Womp.
Yeah, I like that.
Zoink.
So, dude, have you had some like any crazy groupie situations
Or
Like,
fans.
We come from the metal scene, and there are some crazy girls. There's some crazy guys too.
Yeah.
In the whole metal scene, and we know obviously in EDM, but like, was there any like crazy stalkers or like some weird situation that's ever happened?
There's been a few funny ones. Like the one that springs to mind though, it was like Hope she doesn't watch this. Went to China, and there's this one girl that just kind of like follows everyone. Like she's nice, but it's just like really uncomfortable. Like,
man.
Like follows all
you-
the band or
like-
the groups.
You walk out of arrivals at the airport and she's there, kind of thing.
Whoa. She already knows.
Yeah, she knows.
And then like,
I don't know how the fuck she
then
knows,
like you get to your next destination. Is she there?
Okay, so yeah, I arrived in I can't remember what it was. I think it was somewhere in
Hong
China. Somewhere else. But she's there, and then I was waiting for John 12th Planet to arrive
Yeah.
because we were gonna get a ride together. But his flight was delayed, so I ended up just waiting at the airport for him to land or whatever. And I sit down in this like cafe or some shit like that, and she just follows me. Like she says hi and gets a photo at first, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go wait, and she like follows me. I'm like,
Oh no.
yeah. And then so like we're just sitting at this table together for like an hour and a half or 2 hours or some shit, but while I'm waiting for John's like delayed flight to land.
That's too much.
Dude, I pretended to be on the phone for like an hour. There was no one there, but I was just like, no, I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding.
It's the
That's
lingering.
wild.
I just what do you need like right now? Like
I do
it's
that
like,
to get
I'm
out
so
of-
tired. I just wanted to like.
I do that to get out of shitty conversations
All the
time.
I'll be like, oh
You
my
pretend
god,
to be on your
I'll be
phone?
like, this conversation is making me stupider. I need to get out of here, and I'll just be like, oh shit, hold on, hey mom, what's up? Is everything okay? Why are you up? Oh shit, okay, yo, sorry man. It's
My dad got in a car accident. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
I do that with even like
I've-
good conversations where like I'll just get social anxiety and I'll be like, I don't want to talk anymore, and I'll just like even if it's like has nothing to do with anybody, but like there's a feeling of like uncomfortability.
All right, everyone, that wraps up this episode of The Excellent Show. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I am Frank, aka Ranks. These guys are excellent sound, and thank you so much to Graham PhaseOne for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Amazing.
Fucking
New EP coming
time.
soon.
New EP coming
new EP
soon.
coming soon. New label coming soon. Keep an eye out. That's it. Peace out.